Hey, good evening, and welcome to our final episode of Apocalypse Keys, fifth and final. So if you have not caught up on the other ones, you should probably go do that really quick. Or I guess you could just get, the finale in. If you have been watching and you need a quick recap, we're going to pop on over to Lorelai, who's going to give us the situation that we're in.
A lot of stuff happened.
It's true.
Kind of. There's a seance. We summoned the host straight into headquarters, into our favorite little office cubicle. And we found out that Viri and Abyss are sisters. Secret family. We got a prophecy from Vidian. We kidnapped Tammy for no reason at all.
Well,
yeah, no.
I feel like it was
There was a reason it was absolutely valid, because we don't like her. We found out that Shleign, my character, is the door that Danu and Damona want to open to cause the apocalypse. We took Tammy to swap out for Vidian, who was abducted the previous episode by the host. Then we kind of took a little break, just a little overnight break. We went to bed, and while we were asleep, I met my mom, who's a powerful demon from hell. After that, we woke up, we went to the beach, and we got sucked into the game show world of the host, and we put Vidian into the book that Abyss has. Hopefully we can get her out. Fingers crossed. And we put Tammy in her chair, and it took the host a minute to realize that it was a dupe, but it was found out. And then the show essentially started, and we were all put into a band. And then that's kind of where we left off, I think.
Yeah, so the host did a fun little interview portion with the girls and also surprise guest Shleign. The host overall just sort of, gave you guys a difficult time.
Pigeon got a lot of trauma.
Pigeon was, forced to confront a lot of things. And I think we left off with you guys trying to go look for the exit, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were, and then we got walled up, and then that's when the band stuff happened, and then the interview.
Okay. Yes.
We're all trapped right now, and then...
You did something that really upset the host at the end, and I'm trying to remember.
The host realized that
yes,
Tammy
switched.
was there, and that was trying to get information from Pigeon of where Vidian was, and I altered reality to make sure that Pigeon didn't even know where Vidian was.
Oh, did that happen?
Did Pigeon even actually ever know?
I did. Oh, I guess it's altered reality. Yeah, I guess I didn't. Well, I thought Vidian was in the bag or whatever. But apparently that changed to where?
Well, technically, Vidian was always in the book. So when you said the bag, I was like, "Oop, that is what you thought."
That is what I thought. Yeah, because
So-
I don't think Pigeon knew that about. Well, no, Pigeon probably did know about the book, but you altered reality, so it doesn't matter.
So Vivian's in the book. And the host is not happy.
I read sometimes, on the brands. Those have words on them.
The street signs that people write on.
Street signs. I write a lot on the.
Has Pigeon graffitied?
What is this, an interrogation?
I'm just curious.
What are you, a cop?
I mean...
You kind of are.
Are we?
Are we detectives?
You're kind of detective cops.
I mean, you were literally Viri's, arm of execution, big sword bearer.
Oh, so you are the most cop.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Just saying.
My sister, a cop?
Ooh, yikes. We might need to cancel this stream now, actually. Ooh.
So are we performing against our will, or are we all just in this cage?
You are blocked in by sort of the green mist
Yeah.
that created sort of like this little force fieldy thing around you, like a little dome. You're in like a
Mhm.
little entertainer fishbowl.
We're like a little igloo.
Shleigh is out of it because Shleigh got pulled out to answer interview questions. And the host is very upset right now because you are messing with their plans to not be in this little pocket dimension of theirs.
Vivian was never here.
Trapped in a box.
Can we try to break out of this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I try to use one of my mind blasts?
Yeah,
Do I just unleash the dark if I'm doing the power of darkness?
for sure.
I'm gonna spend 2 darkness token.
Okay, neutron.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, perfect.
So I got it perfect. Sweet. Okay.
So it just happens however you want it to happen.
Okay, so Abyss has like psychic energy, so I just imagine she's like having a little bit of panic attack and just uses like just looks out and just moves her hands and tries to like push a blast out. Very psychic energy coded.
So I think you just sort of like, and the weird little like glass force fieldy thing around you just cracks and shatters. I think the TV that was on the little host station has just gone to static at this point, and the host hasn't had much to say for a hot minute.
And the host isn't physically there, right? They're speaking through the TV.
Yeah,
That's their
typically
whole
they tend to speak
communication.
through electronics or psychics.
It says that I can gain the upper hand and that I can expose a weakness or flaw. Is there any? Do I notice any like other flaw or system or like anywhere that like looks like the host has faltered anywhere?
I don't know if you see like a flaw, but I will say you are reminded of that other hallway that you haven't gone down yet. You think probably that's the place to look if you're going to find
Got it.
any sort of means out of here that doesn't involve...
It's mostly the other hallway.
Right, yep.
Okay.
Besides that, yeah, it's hard to tell. The host isn't really actively around, or if they are, they're choosing not to say anything.
How are the girls responding in this moment, including Shleigh?
I mean, I think Shleigh is still just Shleigh, you know? So that's really a question for her.
Mhm.
But the other girls, I think they're still very out of it. Like, being in this weird dimension clearly has had an effect on them. They're all very almost like zombie-like when the host is not, you know, making them answer questions or do whatever the host wants them to do.
So they're like in a deep trance, kind of.
Yeah, yep.
Maybe you can get them out of it?
I can certainly try. Fight or flight, panic. Can I try and make them feel panicked that they like snap out of it type of thing?
Ooh. Yes, I think this would be a Defy the Dark roll, at least for sure. Unless
Okay.
you have something else you want to use.
No, that's kind of where I was going.
Fight that darkness.
We'll try it. We'll see what
Gain
we get.
defiance, you want to see them alone.
I'm not gonna use any darkness.
Okay.
We're just gonna see what happens.
Let's just
Oh.
see what happens.
It's a 7.
Unfortunate. Alright,
So nothing happens.
So nothing
Nothing happens. We just keep moving.
So
No, you don't
nothing
have to.
happens.
Yeah, I think you maybe see like this sort of like whichever girl is closest to you. I guess that's really
Mhm.
up to whatever. You see sort of a flicker of something, and it just sort of immediately like fades back to the blank expression.
Since we're backstage, or like, I guess we're on stage now, is there like somewhere where like I can find like rope for like any pulleys?
Can you go? Sorry, I talked to myself for a second.
Yeah, probably.
I just want to cut a piece of rope off and just like tie the girls' hands together like in a row, kind of like toddler style.
Yeah, it's like a little kindergarten line. Okay.
Which one is Pigeon close to, Matt?
But not Tammy.
I'm close to you guys. I thought we were
No,
on the other
no.
side.
I mean of the victims, which was
Emotionally
I'm-
close.
Oh,
Emotion-
Madeline, yeah.
Because I've saved my thought process is Abyss's thing that like I put one in the book, so then there's Madeline's the other one that has like any connection. I'm trying to look for the closest connections. Is probably where
Gotcha.
I'm really running in that system.
You're running the numbers. I gotcha.
Can I try to do something on Madeline? Can I try to do? It's a ruin move called "Where Do You End? Where Do I Begin?" It says that I know that the heart is such a strong but fragile thing. I can know desire or emotional states of NPCs, and then I can touch them to alter it. I will mark a ruin, and then it's an option to remove it from the target. Can I try that and see if that would work?
Sure, yeah.
So Abyss would like to run up to Madeline and try to, kind of like reach her hand out, like touch her shoulder, and then hopefully, and is trying to remove whatever this emotional state or desire that's like is happening to her to see if there's any shift in normal.
Yeah, so you don't even roll for that, you just mark a ruin.
I do, yeah.
Okay.
I like ruin moves. They cause so much less problems. Well, except for the whole destroying yourself.
And so you're just looking to remove it for a time, I assume, off that?
Yeah, it says I can remove it for a time. I'm not sure what the time is, but just to see if she can get...
Yeah, I think Madeline sort of like snaps back too. You are feeling what she is feeling, so probably just afraid.
Okay.
Terror.
Ooh, good darkness tokens. Fantastic.
She just kind of like looks around. Like, where are we?
I'm not responding.
Okay.
We're trapped in a little game show. You don't remember signing up for a game show by chance?
Oh. Yeah, no. Weird game show. I don't remember getting here.
That was the last thing you remember.
I was in my room, and then I was packing my bags, and then I left, and I don't remember after that.
The host really wiped her mind.
But yeah, she doesn't remember anything from since she left to come here.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe they're all just in a trance right now because of the green mist.
They're definitely not they're feeling terrified, so whatever they're doing, the host is doing a great job because it's mild torture.
Can you snap them all out of it?
I could try, but I
will take on the emotional
I will-
state of
I will be
four
taking
deeply distressed
Abyss
people.
is like kind of like she's like shaking a little bit and is kind of like, but it does freak me out also. So there's so much horror I can handle.
Those ropes, keep them on. We'll just...
Ah!
Your sisters need you. We're gonna find an exit.
My what?
These are your sisters now. We all need to get out of here.
It's called trauma bonding, my
Vivian?
dear.
Yes, and Victoria, they're all here.
Is Vivian out?
No, I think it's
Haley.
Oh,
Oh
Tam-
wait, I forgot Vivian's not here no more.
Oh wait, no, Tammy died.
Tammy died.
Tammy died?
Well,
I
Tammy
forgot
died.
that.
Tammy definitely
It's
died.
really hard to say.
You know,
Right, it was
she
on
died the most
screen.
horrible death
But yeah. It was
It was very
imaginable,
ambiguous.
which is the worst type
So
of
no, I
horror
forgot
death.
that. I forgot that
No.
Vivian
Yeah.
was not part of the line. So
It's a very jet scene.
she's probably like, oh, it's Vicky, and Vicky's still like, you know,
And a new friend,
and a new friend.
Bailey.
Yeah, so she's not much help. She's freaking out right now, but she's at least like cognizant and perhaps potentially more help than the others if needed.
I grab her by the hand and let's get out of here.
We bolt.
All right, where are you going?
The other hallway we haven't been down yet.
Cool. Yeah, so you start down this other hallway. It's quite long. You can't really see the end of it. The walls are lined on either side with uniform doors. And each door has a little like star plaque on it, and it has names of your siblings.
Hmm.
Just, you know, all dozens upon dozens of them, I imagine, as you're running down this hall.
Can we take a moment to peer inside one of the siblings' doors?
Yeah, I think any of these doors you try, they don't really actually open.
Okay.
Like at all.
Why do you think all of our siblings' names
No,
are
not even off the hinges.
Are they here?
Seems like a world that they created, so maybe it's just their weird decorations.
Okay, because I didn't plan for a family get-together if everyone's here.
If everyone's here, Vidian must be here, and she might actually be helpful in this situation.
Is there any way we can, do we have any, family concept of, understanding when mother's near? We got, some
Yeah, your God sense of, I don't...
do we have any sense or, any ability to kind of tell if she's around?
I don't think, firmly, but you do maybe feel a strange pull, towards the end of the hallway.
Okay.
As we're, running down this hallway, I do want to look for my name, Danu and Damona, Abyss, and my other friend from my past, in case I see any of our names.
Yeah. You're hurrying down this hallway. I think as you get closer to what appears to be an end, there's a stairwell that goes up, and then at the end before that stairwell, last few doors, is you guys together, you two, Danu, Damona. Danu and Damona's doors are boarded up. And then Lou is just somewhere along the line.
We passed by it a while ago. Just kept going.
And Lou's here too.
Danu and Damona's doors, like I said, are kind of boarded up. I think it takes you a moment to realize it's them because they've covered up the placards and stuff. And then after them, on one side is your door, and one side is Abyss's door.
Would we have to go past the stairs to get to the doors? Are they behind the stairs?
No.
Okay.
It's them, and then there's a stairwell up.
Okay. Do you want to take a look?
Can we check our doors quick?
Yeah, absolutely. Whose door would you like to go in first?
Wait, we should go into yours.
Okay. I don't know what we're going to see in there, but I'll walk up and just open the door.
Yeah, so you enter this room. It's a little dressing room, in terms of kind of size and shape, but instead of any sort of dressing, there is a little CRT TV and a whole bunch of shelves of all of your movies and shows and stuff like that, and even things that because you've been in the show business for 200 years, was it?
I think specifically in the human world, probably 40-ish years.
Okay. Then yeah, just kind of the whole span of your works, even things you didn't think there were recordings of. Yeah.
Is there anything that seems out of place in this room?
Besides the fact that, like I said, there's recordings that clearly, Viri at the Happy Heron Diner dated, the other day. It's you didn't have a camera crew with you there. You didn't see anyone with, a camera. So there's things like that. And, some of it might just be memory, but, there's random small, plays you were in or, times you held a performance that you're I don't think I had a camera there.
This is some full stalkerish.
Can I check my door?
Sure. So you go over to your door, you open it, and it's just big, empty abyss. You feel the wind blow by, and it's all just blackness inside. There doesn't seem to be, just based on, the acoustics of the wind, there doesn't seem to be a floor or a ceiling.
Well, we're not going in this room, but if anyone has Tammy's body, I know a place we can store it. And then
I think occasionally, a goat skull floats by, or something some random, thing you wear, or, a book you like, just floats by. But that's really it in this room.
Okay. Well, let's leave.
Can we... Are we possible to, search for a key or anything in where we are?
What sort of? Oh, like a clue?
Yeah.
Key? Yeah, you could definitely try to grasp a key if you wanted to.
We could also open these two big doors.
It's up to you.
I don't know. Try to do it quickly because we want to get out of here. But maybe there's something in there we can learn about them that would be useful.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. Super strength lady.
Yeah. Can I try to take the doors down?
The Danu and Damona doors? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Those are genuinely just like, there's sort of like these green spectral planks keeping them in place, and you just tear those down.
Cool.
Would you like to go through Danu or Damona's door?
I'm gonna open Damona's first.
Okay. So you head into Damona's room. It's a pretty typical dressing room, very greenish in color. Not a lot in here except the walls are kind of just like, you know, in the normal way, plastered with notes, like drawings, string and, you know, red string and pin boards.
Newspaper clippings.
Overall, it's a lot of like tracking your siblings, kind of like almost like weighing their pros and cons in a lot of ways. Like, I think you would kind of get the sense of like they were picking like who they were going to go after to do this whole prophecy thing. And then kind of towards the back of the room, there's a significant amount of space dedicated to you. And then kind of a little sidebar of Abyss, I think. But, like, not much was known about Abyss until today, really. So, more like Abyss in Abyss's old form, like, where is she? That would be great if we could find her and consume her soul. That'd be great.
Just throwing this out there, guys.
But mostly it's like, there's almost like a whole, one of the smaller walls is just dedicated to Viri and figuring out how to approach this plan of attack to essentially like get you where they needed you to be. Like, that's why they picked Tautog. You have previous relations here that would have reached out to you. You know, just their master plan sort of nonsense.
Like the Wicker Man. Oh my god. Like,
Are both of the doors connected to this room?
Oh, like both Danu and Damona? No, this is just Damona's room.
Interesting. Okay. I do want to grasp for keys in here. It's very, like, I can see what's on the walls, so this is a pretty obvious clue. I'm gonna use 3 darkness. No, 2. A 10.
Yeah, I think you can officially add, like, the plan to overthrow Vidian to your keys.
Alright, well, this is creepy.
Can we go in Danu's door?
Cool. Yeah, so in Danu's room, this one is pretty, like, almost like dusty. It's even emptier than the other one. Like, they haven't really made much use of this. There is the cauldron that they used to use for their shows, cracked in the middle of the room. There is a CRT TV on sort of like, I guess sort of the counter where you would do your makeup. It is turned on but just kind of flickering. And then there's a VHS tape sitting next to it that's just labeled like Final Performance.
So Danu's head empty, no thoughts. I could have told you that.
And Damona's completely in charge.
which one betrayed who again?
Um,
Do you remember?
I said that Danu betrayed Damona.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, that explains Damona's control issues.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is the final performance that we did before. Y'all are... I don't know if there's any reason to rewatch this, but it could be something different.
We can plug it in.
Yeah. If it's just the same performance, we can just skip on just escaping out of here. I'll put it in.
Cool. Yeah, so it is, again, like a video. Kind of weird that it exists because there are not really cameras or video up in the celestial realm, whatever you want to call it, of Danu and Damona's final performance, the one that you sabotaged. There's, you know, the cut of you, like, sneaking over to the cauldron and, like, messing with it. And then after that, you see Danu go up to the cauldron and just sort of see that it's been messed with, look at it, and then sort of just, like, further mess with it. Like, your plan was to harm them and embarrass them, but not, you know, kill them and turn them into a sludge monster. And that was always something that was like, oh, I guess I messed that up, but they clearly, like, saw you had messed with it, or someone had messed with it, and then opted to make it worse, seeing a chance to try to harm their own sibling, which obviously backfired.
So, at the end of last episode, I gained a new ruin level, which I gained the permanent condition of possessive.
Okay.
I'm also marking the condition raging.
Real.
Because it wasn't your fault that all this happened. Danu made it worse.
I mean, it's a little bit. I'm not saying this, but
You can.
I'm not.
It's such a pigeon thing to say, though.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying it. I'm very quiet right now.
But yeah.
My intention was to make them look bad, not hurt them, and I've spent the last century thinking that I destroyed them, and as far as I know, they're the reason why all of this happened to me. So why do that?
I don't know what Danu's purpose was, or why. If Danu intended to get themselves harmed along with Damona, I don't know if they have any intention or they've just kind of gone nuts. Or what they want, and it doesn't even seem to make sense who's in charge because Danu's either crazy or, well, Danu's crazy. What is Danu being the passive presence behind this whole thing?
We're just gonna have to destroy both of them.
Anyone else?
No.
I'm going to remove the tape and just put it in my bag.
Okay. Yeah. So you add this tape to your bag. I think that is like a 2-for-1 on that. The host's plan key that you got. Not that.
That's another key.
No, it's kind of part of that key.
Oh, gotcha. Host plan. Plus VHS tape.
I think I'm gonna storm off out of this room and just grab Maddie by the hand and start storming up the stairs.
Okay. Yeah, you start up the stairs.
With my toddler line of girls following.
They will start marching up with you. You head up this staircase, and at first it's kind of like, you know, very average, nothing to write home about staircase. And slowly it kind of like starts looking like it's made of crystal, and then like this very greenish crystal that catches the light in an interesting way. As you get to the top, there is a large sealed door. It has, there's like a star on it that says the host. Beneath it, there's a clear sign that there was a different star there that they like ripped down and removed.
Do you remember this door or what star was on here?
I think I'm just like running up to the door and like attempting to rip the star off and just yelling and just like punching and kicking it.
Oh. Ooh.
Stupid freaking Damona, dude. Why would you do this? Just full on, just screaming and just like
Diva down.
diva down. I think I'll do that for a good like minute.
Okay, yeah, sure.
And just like drop to the knees, just like I don't understand why this happened.
Why all this occurred? I mean, it's either a bunch of unfortunate events or it was a plan by someone. There's also the entire concept that, I mean, we as monsters have, like, we control and change things, and Viridian has many children.
All of this just to kill Viridian and take her powers? Why us? Why were we the targets? There's so many options.
Do you think they planned before the incident?
Maybe Danu. I don't think Damona probably knows what's happening.
Danu could have really just kind of pushed Damona over the edge and I mean, I know we think Damona's part of it, but one part of me thinks that either Danu's is just an idiot or a kind of a master manipulator.
She seems to be the mastermind or they seem to be the mastermind of this situation, but Danu masterminded beforehand. I think he just pushed her in the right direction.
If they take out Viridian, do we really want Damona and Danu being the new gods of life? Besides the fact that obviously we perish. Well, one of us, but...
That's definitely not going to happen. I don't think it's smart to leave them alive, but...
We're gonna have to make a decision on what we do, but we're going to need to stop them. And they can't kill these... They can't take out the women, and we have... one of them is luckily hidden away.
Back at home.
Back at home, safe, and we got your friend back a little bit. I mean, we have the upper hand. Besides the fact that we're in a crippling, terrible world, and everybody's watching us. Shall we let them know that their show is canceled?
Yeah, I think it's about that time. So...
Anyone opinions, thoughts?
Yeah, no, let's... I don't want to die. I don't want to turn into the door and cease to exist, so, yeah.
I think we have to bring our clues together, and it's the only real way to truly open this door.
Is this the door that we have to
This
put all
is,
the...
in fact, Doom's door, and you need to unlock it. So, when that happens, let's take a look at this really quick. I believe... Sorry, I'm taking a look at this to make sure we do it right, because it is, you know...
Is it like the one mechanic in the game?
So how many keys have you guys uncovered?
Quite a bit.
8?
Cool. So,
should be bullet pointing these actually. More organized.
perfect. The complexity of this mystery is a 4. That's to do with the Doomsday Clock.
Mm-hmm.
So with you guys having 8 keys, you have a +4 on this roll.
Okay.
But before we make the roll, you need to take those keys and connect them to relevant facets to form your theory. That is a group exercise. When we are triggering Unlock Doom's door, you guys are each taking turns connecting a facet to a key to essentially contextualize and come up with a thesis of the theory of the mystery at this point. And then someone will make a roll. It has automatically a +4 to it because of the amount of keys that you found. And that's that.
And depending on the roll, like.
Yep.
Okay. We go.
Depending on the roll determines what happens when the door opens or does not open.
Oh, okay. Oh. Cool.
All right. Stand up, brush myself off. Let's put all of this together. And I'm going to use my ability to, like, mess with the lights and stuff like that. And, like, because I can create weapons and stuff out of it. And I'm just going to, like, create, like, a square box that is, like, my idea of a whiteboard. Some chairs and a table in front of us. And, like, essentially we are in the office room. Everything is just, like, little awkward, like, lights. If you touch it, your hand just fully goes through, so nothing's actually there. Alright, what do we know? We need all of our heads together. Shleign, Abyss, Pigeon. We've got the clues. I start throwing them on the table, they just kind of go through. They're on the floor now.
Screaming.
What's going on here?
I think this holy we already know the host screensaver is the Harbinger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did that one already.
The other ones are the distorted DVD.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's also it was just a message of the harp. It was just the music, right?
The distorted DVD, yeah.
That was just like a hint towards the game.
Yeah, their little pocket dimension that we're in.
Would that be related to the women going missing?
I was thinking it would be it's part of the Harbinger in this dream world.
Mm.
Okay.
I'm fine either way.
We gotta make answers. Yeah, distorted DVD. Can we connect that to the Harbinger?
Sure.
Yeah.
Shleign?
I mean, we from the VHS of Danu messing with the altar and stuff that you had already fuddled with. It seems maybe that Danu's really the one maybe behind everything and was maybe using Damona to like track everyone down, but the plan to overthrow Vidian might have been Danu's all along. Maybe they were jealous of like your success with Vidian and then just in general because of especially what we saw in your dressing room.
Yeah, or we could have just been ploys in a big plan to take down Vidian.
I think Danu's behind this.
Mm-hmm.
I think I called it when I said that it was Danu's fault. What would we connect the facet?
Either to the Harbinger or to the women going missing, because that was both part of the plan.
Well, the plan is the plan is the women going missing.
Yeah.
The cause is the plan. Do you want to connect that one?
Makes sense to me. Pigeon?
The green room is one of the keys, right? I'm just making sure I got
Yes.
that one. Okay. Well, Pigeon's not gonna. You said you threw down like no cards, right?
All of our clues that I had at least.
Oh, okay.
So our keys. I just threw them onto the table, which fall onto the ground.
So wait, how would the green room go on there?
It's just like on an index card that says the green.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what you meant. Like you wrote them on something and you threw them down. I know you literally threw the keys down.
I like to think that's a page from like a business book. Because Viri definitely wasn't prepared for this. Viri just pulled out random like cassettes and other stuff that she had in her bag. You actually have
I feel
notes.
like I would fully. Abyss would have all of the notes. I think all of them are listed out properly. Everything's like
Gotcha.
perfectly prepared. And now we just need to put the keys together.
Yeah, Pigeons.
She's still scared, but is like very excited in the corner.
Oh, I'm frightened.
I get to be a detective. I'm so afraid.
So Pigeon has like the hat that Pigeon's wearing like down over their Pigeon's eyes, and they're just gonna take the green room no card and put it with the green mist no card, and like fading in like a deeper voice than Pigeon usually has, like rooms fading in.
All the green powers.
Mm.
Maddie?
Maddie.
Maddie, what do you think?
Alright, thank you. You're good.
You're dismissed.
Alright. Well,
Maddie's like, what about my 8 messages?
oh yes, your
You
IM
read my
messages
messages?
and your interest in weird acting stuff. You're a strange one, but that was all part of the plan for you all to go missing.
Madeline, you had
Great thinking.
you had an interest in acting.
I mean, I did. Kind of jury's out now, but I did.
What did we learn about accepting weird emails from hosts on game shows?
About stranger. Is a stranger danger?
1 out of 10 times it's probably gonna go bad, and you got the bad one.
Just like,
No,
definitely
you-
still kind of trying to deal with this.
No, you didn't think you'd be part of some international political drama, but look what
Look where
IMing strangers got you.
Okay, but yeah, aim to the missing women is kind of where that conversation goes, I think.
Yeah, I think both of
The
those.
IM messages, yeah, okay, gotcha.
I think
Goes to what?
to the missing woman.
Missing woman.
That's
Always
how-
be missing woman.
That was a ploy to get them there, and I think it's the same thing with Madeline's interest in acting the weird email.
Also has to do with the women going missing.
Keep missing them.
The applause sign and fan keys are to the Harbinger.
Mm-hmm.
It's not mentioned, so.
I think that this holy text is a reference to the Door of Power,
Yeah.
especially if we're unable to know. Maybe it's more of a prophecy, and this door is the prophecy. I personally think the holy text is probably that reason. Anyone else?
I think you're right.
Yeah. No.
It's also the only one left.
Wow, what a coincidence, detective.
Hey, I am a detective. We're all detectives. This is like screaming. We're all detectives.
Okay, so they are all connected. Would someone like to kind of going through, summarize the theory at this point? Do you want me to do it?
Do you want to do it?
No, look over here.
Oh yeah, you're the detective. You got to do it.
I get to do it.
You're the head detective.
Oh,
But who's the real murderer?
I just was trying to get everyone to look at the
I
same
gotcha.
time.
Oh.
It was not well
We're
done.
all like, what?
I can do it.
Everyone looks at Abyss at the same time.
Just going over what the keys.
Yeah, essentially like your theory about what the host is up to, how it's been going down.
I think the theory is that I think that Danu found some sort of holy text and prophecy and knew about the Door of Power. I think that Danu is a lot smarter than we kind of figured it off, and has built this entire thing. What once was Viri's attempt at, some foul play, turned into a complete and utter disaster, making Damona a victim, and I don't know if she's as wrong in this or is merely a byproduct, but I think that Danu's behind this. They've used messages between local monsters and women trying to, which has led to them going missing. The Harbingers used media, screensavers, and keys to a Volkswagen to basically build this entire game show and where this entire thing is performative because we're all performing for Vidian. And Abyss kind of gets like a little like solemn at the end, as she's kind of saying that. And I think Viridian's here. And I don't know how much she's in on this, but I think that you and I might be poised to kind of keep her alive. Or...
I would like to use one of my moves to kind of bake into this idea here. And so, as we are talking about more than one person who's doing us wrong, I would try to use my beloved nemesis to describe a flashback that features an intimate moment between you two. But instead of like it being super intimate, I kind of want to like think back to all the moments of our lives that things have started to happen. So, me being casted away and just like having to live this life on Earth, you being discovered for the first time, you being summoned, and us finding Pigeon as well. And like, I think just like in the background, there's just like either Vidian or Danu just like sitting there laughing, just like entertained by the idea that we all think we have these separate lives and we're just like everything's happening by chance, but in reality, this was all predetermined by them.
I think Viridian's doing a massive play on us, or she's been in on it in some way.
So you think either she's in on it, or she's controlling Danu, or just mastermind all of this?
I personally think that Viridian is playing with us. And I think that there's a reason that all of this has happened, and it's entirely just so that she can watch us perform in whatever way. This has just become a whole drama to her.
Are we baking that into the theory?
Yeah.
That Viridian is in on it in some sense? Okay.
That's what I was using the beloved nemesis, that Viridian's just been watching us the whole time, laughing from her corner, laughing from her chair at us.
So she's... I don't even know if she wants to go or not, what her point is, but I think it's merely for entertainment. And I think that she's just gotten a little too close to how much she wants to play with fire, if you get what I'm saying.
Well, like I was saying before, like, Viridian's just not paying attention as her children are finding this very convenient way of destroying her that she knows nothing about. Like, I know that we sensed some fears in her when you took on her form, but for her just to not have any part in this, to just let Danu and Damona get as wild as they have been, is wildly convenient.
Plus, I'd fight a god.
Okay. So our theory is that Danu found the holy text. Their first victim in trying to fulfill this prophecy was Damona. They began to utilize the local women to try to fix their form so that they could see out the prophecy. But we believe that there is no way that Vidian hasn't caught on to the fact that they are doing all this and is sort of, for whatever reason, watching them sort of struggle, trying to piece themselves back up to a point to fulfill this prophecy.
I think she's insanely entertained by this.
Right. Okay, cool. In that case, someone may roll to unlock Doom's door when they want with a +4 to it.
I think you made the summary, so I believe in you.
Do we want to use multiple die? Are we gonna?
Oh, do you want to like do a 1 and a 1?
Yeah, I'll put my this is my trans dice, so I'm gonna throw that one in.
Ooh.
Does anybody else want to put a die in? We can, 2 people can roll.
We can do an Oogie Boogie dice. Who wants to roll the other one?
Not me. I don't want to
Like, do this, I guess
Like,
siblings roll, you know?
+4.
Okay.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
So 11 total?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Damn, right? Is that a bad thing?
You reach the door
Oh.
moments after the Harbinger has unlocked it. They've begun to harness the power on the other side of the door, but there's still time to stop them. I will tell you what sacrifice or risk you will need to endure to interrupt the ascension. So,
That's why they were missing.
I think what happens is you're all standing in this hallway with your note cards, and you're starting to piece it together. And just as you're finishing up your theory, doing your cool detective movie moment of explaining it to everyone, the door just flies open, harshly, almost off its hinges, flies open.
That was our job.
There's a blinding green light, and all of the women asterisk are sucked into the room, and then Shleigh, as they're almost just sort of pulled into this room. Would you like to follow?
Yes.
Yeah.
Aggressively.
Cool. All right. So you guys are going to enter Demon's door. I think it's a little early, but that would be a very good chance for us to take our break. But before we take our break, we got some mail. Little levity for you.
Some mail.
So Apocalypse Keys is done by Evil Hat Productions, who are a really awesome RPG company. They write a bunch of games. They pick up interesting games that other creators have done. Super cool in terms of a lot of queer representation. Apocalypse Keys is a queer game at its DNA, has a lot of queer people working behind it. Thirsty Sword Lesbians is another great Evil Hat game.
Love that game.
So we really like them, and apparently they kind of like us because we got added to their cool creator program. So they sent us some swag. So I wanted to open it on stream and look at what we got sent. So let's see.
Oh.
Okay, all right.
Paper.
All right. Yeah, it's paper.
Yay.
Okay, well, it is literally paper. Ooh, okay.
Oh, wait.
Yes.
The Luke term 1917, that's serious. So it's a little DM notebook.
That's my favorite year.
That's my favorite type of notebook.
1917,
Yeah.
really?
Whoa.
It's a
What
choice.
happened?
It's got the little Evil Hat logo on it. That's super cute.
Mm-hmm. Wait, can I have that? Dang.
I'm the GM. Get out of here. Oh, that's cute. It's a literal. It's an evil hat.
That's so cute.
You want that one? Well, Scarlett's giving me a look.
No, it's okay.
We
I
might
just
come
thought
up
it
and
would
break
be...
it. I'm just... Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
This is a little coaster and maybe a little D6 holder here, perhaps, because a lot of the Evil Hat games use D6s, is my guess.
I forget what those are for.
I'm thinking dice because
Yeah.
I'm a loser, but ooh, cool. It's got a little signature from the founder of the person that made it. Ooh, okay.
That's cool.
A whole bunch of little things. Oh, it's a little yes.
Oh.
A D2 as we call them in the gamer
I'm
world.
screaming.
It's got an evil hat side and a good hat side.
Aw.
Cute.
Cute.
I'm obsessed.
Oh, some little D6s, because again, almost every Evil Hat game that I've played is a D6 system, so that's really fun. The 6s are the hat.
That's cute.
And these... Oh, it's a whole bunch of Fate stuff. And the Evil Hat logo. Fate is another Evil Hat game that we're hoping to play. We were going to play over the summer, and then, fun fact, the air conditioning broke here at Tabletop Gaming Center, and we couldn't subject people to sitting in this room at 90 degrees. But, hopefully, we'll be announcing some sort of fun Fate thing in the future, so keep an eye out for that. Fate is a really cool game because you kind of just have a very basic structure of a roleplay game, and you build the game yourself around what you want it to be. So, cool. Thank you very much, Evil Hat, for that. Now that I've looked through all of our loot, I think that's a great chance to take our break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Stay tuned. Hey, and welcome back. When we left off, our heroes,
Wow. Rude.
had just unlocked, they had just unlocked Doomstore, completing their theory that, Danu was trying to follow the holy text prophecy about that whole thing about killing Vidian. However, our party has begun to think that Vidian might know a little more than she's letting on. Just as we were coming to this conclusion, the door opened and all of our friends and also Shleigh were pulled into it.
like a little like cane pulls you from the door.
You step into this room. And it's sort of like, I don't know, I'm not a theater person, but there's people in the room. The round, the theater that's like the stage in the middle.
The globe.
It's called the round.
The round.
Yeah.
The round.
Theater in the round.
There's a round. You see, at the center of it, a big green, almost like a bird cage with Vidian inside. Asleep or in some sort of trance. And then several smaller little bird cages around it with your friends inside, and also Shleigh in her own.
Can't get out of here.
That's the cage.
Oh.
Hi, how are you?
At the kind of center right in front of Vidian, there is a figure, kind of appears to be a androgynous looking individual in a suit with a little tailcoat, but they're hard to make out because they are sort of like, they have a TV, almost like a VHS static effect on them that is constantly kind of pulling at their form. Ha! I knew you'd make it eventually. It's time! You excited?
You don't have all your pieces.
And I know you have my last piece on you. So it's really just a matter of getting her back. Maybe you could speed up that process?
Why would we help you?
Because otherwise we're going to be, I suppose, stuck here. Where we're going to have to fight it out. Seems like a lot of extra work, considering how far we've all made it.
Option number 2, please.
You want to fight? Alright, well, I was really hoping we could all sort of, you know, maybe do something together for the greater good. But it seems you're stubborn as ever.
Who's greater good? Not ours.
Everyone's.
How is it the greater good to get rid of Vidian?
What good has she done to any of us, or anyone else for that matter?
They kind of have a point. I can't argue with that one.
You know it's true. Look at you.
Say something nice about Vidian.
Something nice about Vidian.
See?
Not a great argument. Anyway, and they're kind of going to crack their knuckles and shake out like they're about to, you know, get in a tussle with you. And as they do, the cage behind them just shatters, and Vidian stands up and just sort of like grabs them, takes them. It's like she unhinges her big crystalline jaw and just honk.
I can do that too.
And she's like,
You're right.
well, not my favorite performance of theirs or of any of yours, really, but it's the most fun we've had in ages, isn't it?
Freddy, what was this all about?
Well, I saw a very good opportunity to get us all back in the room together and put all of this holy prophecy nonsense to bed once and for all.
The prophecy that...
Seems you've finally become privy to it, all of you. And my hands have been tied for several years trying to figure out how I was going to handle this. I mean, there were plenty of ways I could have handled it, I suppose, but then our dear friend, the host, took a vested interest in it themselves. And I thought, good. They'll bring us all together. They'll get us all in a room together. And finally, well, we won't have to worry about this prophecy.
I think she's gonna try to eat us next.
Do we get the sense that she's gonna try to eat
You get the sense that she is going to try to eat you.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Dinner?
So, now that you
I'm-
have...
Did you guys? What were you doing?
Can I try to unleash the dark in order to try to get her to, like, hiccup back up the...
Just like
I think I'm trying to, like, in the process of her swallowing, I'm hoping that I can either, like, hit her or mind blast so that she, like, chucks the
Enemy of our enemy.
the enemy of our enemy if she's gonna be eating a bunch of us.
I'm gonna pick up what you're putting down, and I'm just gonna flash the lights really bright, hopefully to disorient her.
How big is Vidian?
Yeah, and in size, what does she like to us?
I'd say she's perhaps like 3 times the size of the average person.
Yeah. Okay. Well, are you guys doing that, or like? I'm going to. So, actually,
I'm scared.
that's not gonna happen. So last session I got to full ruin, and the condition I got was spiteful. So since I guess none of you asked or noticed, but Pigeon did not actually, their entire face, like their eyes, were completely black and hollow, like voids on themselves, while you guys were talking, deeper voice. And Pigeon has been a Harbinger since last session, and no one's really said anything. And in that moment of like Vidian being like, "Oh, I'm about to eat you guys," Pigeon's like steps forward. Well, not Pigeon steps forward, and it's like you notice that like the voids come back and their eyes like mesh back in a moment. It's like, I don't understand. This is so stupid. This is the stupidest thing. All of you are so up your own goddamn asses. I cannot handle it anymore. You are all just self-righteous, annoying know-it-alls, and I think someone needs to stop this. Do you remember the last mission where, I got a little hungry and, everything kind of went blurry? I noticed the same hunger that I had in my eyes in all of your eyes, and any of you deserves to actually live after this. So and then Pigeon's about to like stretch out, like almost like they're being pulled from end to end. They go flat, very, very flat, almost like they're a roadkill, and their bodily form just like enlarges to like about 20 feet. Their bones crack and mesh. Their sweatshirt just kind of like rips into and shows like eyeballs, a big almost maw like in the center, like in the shape of a lightning bolt, and it kind of snaps open, and their spines are the teeth of this maw, and they kind of just bend back, and you only see their mouth, and on the sides of them, little leeches bud on the sides, and they bloom into giant tentacles, and they're going to eat everything now.
Sick nasty. So, what would you like to do first?
I would like to eat Vidian first, actually. So I'm going to use would I say after this whole thing, Vidian's vulnerable to me?
Yes. you have been sort of being turned into this more monstrous version of yourself over time, both from becoming a Harbinger and, you know, Viri sort of prepping you to be able to consume and eat a god. So yes, you may use your new ability, which is called...
None stand before me, or at any time I could choose and kill an NPC who is vulnerable to me, and I'm gonna kill Viridian.
Yes. That is from the summoned playbook. Yes, none stand before me. As Pigeon just opens up their unearthly maw, and just there's the crunching of glass and screaming as they consume and eat Viridian. Meet your new Harbinger of the Apocalypse, Pigeon.
I may have had this as a backup plan to destroy me had I ever wanted to stop existing. My bad.
So, gang, that's on me.
Hey, gang. Viri here.
Your plan was for Pigeon to eat Viridian?
My plan was if I didn't want to exist anymore, the lore you told me was that they could stop my always coming back to life thing, my immortality. So they were supposed to eat me when they got strong enough, not Viridian. I don't want to get eaten right now. I'm not ready.
I have so much to live
to do.
I have so much to live for.
This was supposed to be like a few decades from now.
It's an investment.
My bad.
Okay. Well, we just watched our parental god character get chewed up like rock candy. I mean, I know that puberty must have hit me hard, but wow, Pigeon.
Book magic stuff? You can get out of there, you know that.
Yeah,
I yell.
You just like immediately bend them and walk
cozy.
They had a nest in there.
You want me to put Pigeon in the book?
I don't know. Can your book do other stuff?
While they're figuring this out, I'm gonna use tremble before me, and I'm gonna speak in a true and ancient voice, and I'm gonna all living mortals are driven to despair, and I'm gonna unleash the dark and force your will to socially or emotional ally, so I could have a friend. Or how many friends do I get if you treat this move as a 2-year-old? Basically, I'm trying to get the other monsters that aren't them on my side to attack.
When you unleash the dark and force your will, socially or emotionally, you can choose to mark one ruin, auto-succeeding and choosing 4 options instead of 2. This is a move from the Fallen playbook.
Yeah. What are the
mine.
4 options? Oh, is it this one?
It's you're doing Unleash the Dark, which is the
Oh,
4
gotcha.
So you can roll for it if you
Or-
want to, or you just auto-succeed and choose 4 instead of... But I think 4 makes sense because there are 3 women here.
Yeah. So, I will say, I'm gonna just mark a ruin. I gotta mark a ruin for the other one. Does it really matter if I mark ruin at this
You
point?
are no longer marking ruin.
Yeah, okay, I thought so. So it doesn't really matter.
How do we make Pigeon vulnerable? Or is vulnerable just something that I can physically attack? Does that make sense?
Yes. Vulnerable is sort of just a fun sort of like... It does a lot of heavy lifting in this game of if I want you to be able to do it or not. So that is all vulnerable means. It's like, some of them don't have that and you just get to do it no matter what. Vulnerable is me saying like, no, you can't just make the big bad do that. So it depends on what you're trying to do.
Okay.
I'm going to... Actually, no. What I'm gonna do... I can do 4 things? Oh, wow.
That's gross.
So, I'm gonna confuse Abyss for some time. That's what it says. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I feel she's pretty confused.
Yeah,
right
so
now.
very lost.
extra confuses you. And then I'm gonna expose a weakness or flaw in Viri. I'm going to Or maybe Shleigh. Actually, Shleigh, I'm gonna. It's probably
Give it a shot.
smarter to do that. And then gonna inflict a condition on Viri, and I'm gonna inflict defeated.
So you can add that to your condition.
And then gain the upper hand for now. Can I just say that I try to get some of the girls to like at my will?
So
I don't know.
again, this is sort of a situation of a fish eating a fish and then another bigger fish eating that fish. So this domain is now yours.
Oh, cool.
Because you did eat the fish that ate the fish that owns the
Oh
domain.
my god.
So
Okay.
they are kind of just, they're your girls now.
Oh, cool. Attack, girl. Let's get them, girls.
Let's go, girls.
Let's go. Let's go, lesbians. Let's go.
So we haven't done a ton of combat. The name of the game here is to get Pigeon, if you are trying to neutralize Pigeon, to mark all of Pigeon's conditions. Pigeon has gained several
Yeah, I do it
since
a lot.
ascending. So they have a little bit more HP than you guys to work with.
Yeah.
But it is a 3-on-1.
How do we inflict conditions? Is that just by attacking and the conditions kind of come with?
Yep. So you can attack if you have a move that inflicts a condition. Unleash the Dark does that. So how you want to attack is sort of very much up to flavor. If you have a move that lets you do that, that is fine. Otherwise, you're unleashing the Dark and telling me what exactly is happening to unleash the Dark. But the cages shatter around the girls, and they all just sort of shamble forward. They are just human.
Oh, I thought they were monsters.
They are just monster women. They're not.
They're just girls. I will say, like, since it's my domain, it's definitely the walls are gonna ooze with like red viscera.
Walls are oozing green slime.
Wait, no, that always happens.
Okay, so red viscera. The room kind of turns.
It
red.
turns into the Eclipse from Berserk, and there is a lot of gore, a lot of just squishy grounds, eyeballs, tendrils, everything.
All right.
I've been on this movie set before.
Abyss is very confused, so I'm gonna kind of use what other people do because if I'm confused, I personally don't act too quickly.
Abyss. We can either hurt or talk sense. Choose.
You can talk sense to a harbinger?
I don't know. This is Thirsty Sword Lesbians. Like vibes. I don't know.
Does Pigeon look like I can talk sense into Pigeon?
I didn't say this, but Pigeon's head is still there, and it looks completely deflated. Like a balloon. Yeah, literally.
Yeah, Pigeon has fully become a harbinger at this point.
Is there any mechanics in?
Mechanically, there's no reconciling this. Pigeon has effectively died.
Okay. I what I actually said was attack.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I'm ready at anybody's point, so
Can I
we're ready to
summon
actions.
my mom to inflict a condition?
Yeah, sure.
It just says I the Harbinger within awakens, and I force my parent to do what I want and describe how they're proud of me. So like I can just say like, hey, inflict a condition.
So if I like have a condition but not like checked off, that's like.
Yes, you will mark one of those conditions.
Oh, gotcha. Should I erase those then?
Clear the conditions that you have affected
Gotcha.
right now. There you go.
I do take 2
Just
rooms
making
from that, but
sure.
I think it's
Okay.
worth it, yeah.
6, right?
Worst
1,
case scenario,
2,
we all
3,
become
4, 5,
harbingers,
6,
and then we're all
7.
besties again.
Sure.
Yeah, so
All
you
besties.
effectively
Yeah.
have like 2-ish more HP than everybody else.
Okay, gotcha.
Cool. So you're gonna call your mommy.
Mom.
Oh!
What you're gonna do?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's
I
very
can go
much.
before- you want me to
Yeah.
go before you?
Call
or
my
do you
mom.
go?
Well-
I'm gonna do this.
Certainly got the prophecy a little lost along the way, but I suppose we're still
I'm
killing
seeing the nightmare
Viridian,
thing.
so it's all good to me in the end.
Yeah.
And you will sort of see this large shadow kind of meld off of the wall and just like grab you. And you can mark a condition of your choosing as this thing sort of just saps some of your newfound energy from you.
Aw. Is it still
Good
there?
luck. No, it just like grabs you like, and then it goes away.
Oh dang.
But you can
Well now I'm raging, so I would like to rage.
All right, you are raging.
Yeah.
I'll go next if that's okay.
Yeah, I'll go
All right.
next.
I'm going to attempt something, but I don't know if it'll work. So we saw Viridian get like devoured,
Yes.
but Danu and Damona the host was swallowed.
Mm-hmm.
I want to attempt to use my beloved nemesis,
Okay.
and I want to try to summon them from inside of Pigeon.
Ooh. Okay.
It says, mark to ruin. They will appear on scene, defying logic or plausibility. They will mysteriously offer to help you for now. Gain one bond with them and what the darkness demands of you.
Sure. Yeah. So Pigeon, you got a little bit of a tummy ache.
Aw. Come on.
Cough and choke and like broken crystal pieces rain from your mouth.
Can I aim it?
You want to aim your crystal throw up?
Yeah, I want to aim it at them because
Okay.
it seems like that would mark at least a bodily condition, which is shredded by this glass.
Who do you want to aim it at?
Oh, well, probably not Viri because you're already glass. So
You know, like Viridian is definitely a tougher gemstone than whatever Viri
well,
is.
then yeah, sure, I'll aim at Viri.
Cool.
Fun.
Okay, you can mark your
what'd you get for-
condition.
Forlorn.
Forlorn as you but as you sort of are all scratched up by this deluge of sharded crystal, you see in front of you is the flickering, not quite form of the host. Again, sort of the same thing. The static effect has gotten a little weird, and it's almost like there's two of them moving in and out of each other, but they kind of like they stand up. Well, all right then.
I'm still mad with you, but help us. This is your mess.
I would say it's really all of our mess equally.
No. We'll talk about this later.
Wow. It's not how I expected the family reunion to go, but we'll make the best of it. Yeah, you now have the host with you.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Can I do my move?
Yeah.
I'll be yeah.
I'm gonna do Let Sleeping Gods Lie. So I mark 2 ruin, which gives me a ruin advance.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Abyss is confused and not happy.
Yes.
I think mostly because she doesn't really understand what's going on, is very confused, and is also like, even though she doesn't understand her family aesthetic, this is like her only understanding of it, and she's watching it crumble, and she has no
Right.
like say in it. And once again, Mother got turned into rock candy.
She's just kind of on the floor in front of you.
Yeah, so it says, I'm going to awaken my terrible and vengeful cosmic being powers with my past of being able to be a destroyer of souls and worlds. I'd like to, she like kind of bats her wings and like floats a little bit. I can, I tick my own ended of the world calendar a couple
Yes.
times.
A couple.
Yeah, you know. just a little bit.
I'm really, like, this is going to be bad.
Yeah. That's crazy.
If there's ever a time to check your personal doomsday clock,
I might as well now.
Yeah.
it's when
why
your
not?
mom and sibling get eaten by that teenager, you know.
It says that I can wield cosmic dreams of terror like a sharp weapon, infecting a specific vulnerable target with horrifying hallucinations, and I bring one of their nightmares to life. So I'd like to kind of like, I'd like to try to look at Pigeon and, or whatever Pigeon's Harbinger form is called. And
Just the hunger.
the hunger.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at. I'm gonna look at the hunger and kind of build. So is Pigeon? Is it now just the hunger? Like the Pigeon's personality is no longer a part of it.
Pigeon's personality is no longer there.
Oh, then I don't know what the. I had a fun idea for a terror dream, but I'll do a different one.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not Pigeon.
Well, I think there's still some Pigeon in there.
I thought the whole point was that I'm not myself anymore.
Well, you're not yourself. You're irredeemably something else, but you're still yourself.
Okay, I mean,
Kind of like how Danu and Damona are still within the host, even though the host kind of rejects them both.
Sure.
I don't know if any of these work. My thought process was trying to push a dream of like a significant amount of paperwork or like summer reading.
Oh.
I don't know if that would get a condition.
That would not.
You don't have like a I'm bored out of my mind condition or
Nah.
what do I got I can go for?
Maddie just consistently being like, yeah, no, I could never.
That.
I mean, that caused me to be a harbinger already, so...
So yeah, it might also still affect you.
You gotta help me and tell me a condition so I can
Okay,
flavor.
alright.
Yeah, I think
then I'll
that's
do logging.
Longing? Okay.
Yeah. There.
Yeah, I think part of you like looks down and sees Maddie under your thrall, and it occurs to you vaguely in this form that you've irredeemably become the thing that you were very upset about in the first place, and that it's not a great feel.
A lot of Tetsuo moments in this. Oh my god.
Yeah. So you take the longing condition.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, can my girls attack them?
You want the girls to attack
Come on,
them?
let's get them. Let's beat their asses.
They are monsters.
They are literal
monsters.
monsters. Yeah, I didn't know like how you wanted
Yeah,
them.
I don't really know their sort of monstrous fights. Well, we know Vicky can do like what did I say she can do?
I say just go off vibes, whatever like
Vibes and-
abilities they might have.
Yeah, so I think Maddie is just almost a very Viri-esque ability, but less so. She's very charming and naturally just has this almost like Fae-like pull about her that people like and enjoy.
Not a younger version of me, I don't know.
Attack
which is
battle.
younger.
Yeah.
Which is where this sort of younger, much younger, which is why I think she had this feeling that everyone loved her, but they didn't love her. In this moment, though, she would, I guess, come over and just sort of emit this sort of almost like warm aura around you guys. Let's see.
I'm younger than you.
Oh my god. I'm defeated.
You're dead now.
Shleigh. Weirdly, this is like doing things with your emotions, which is like, hey, that's my line.
That's my thing.
You can mark a condition.
Okay. I'm now despairing.
Are we able to like
You guys are looking
Power
bad,
through
actually.
I think you just like realize that your emotions are being tweaked,
Oh
and
my
you're like,
god.
hey, no, that's like the one thing I don't have to deal with usually. And you're having a lot of like big feelings that you can't just be like, oh, calm.
It doesn't work this way.
get it together?
Give me a fan.
No, stop it. Put the feelings away.
You can't manipulate yourself.
Put your feelings away.
I'm trying.
You can't manipulate yourself, can you?
All right. I guess I can do another move.
I guess you could be relevant again. the hunger says.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna clap back a little bit, and I'm gonna gain some darkness for being spiteful a little bit.
Yeah, Do it.
I'm gonna look at Maddie and
yeah. And kill her.
not yet. I'm going to what's the move I need? Unleash the dark. And so I would like to look at her and say, you never really liked Pigeon anyways. You always knew that at some point you would be standing here next to us trying to defeat Pigeon alongside. And I would like to use Honey Tongue and Cloud Minds to make whatever part of that is not true.
Okay.
And let's see what I
Most
get.
of I mean, some of that.
Some of it.
Some of it, at least. Not all of it.
I got a 7. I meant to use darkness, but we didn't. So,
Oh, it is.
Well, Honey Tongue still works anyway. So.
yes. So first I fail. So what does the Unleash the Darkness thing do?
You have greatly underestimated them.
You'll describe the desperate position I'm in.
Okay. How are you doing on conditions?
I can only take 2 more.
Okay. Ooh. Yeah. So I think that's your desperate position.
You get another one.
I think this girl who you see is very much like below you. just sort of like looks at you, even in like the state she's in, and she's like, no. And that just sort of like, you're like, what do you mean? Like, all the teen girls I talk to listen to me all the time. And like, it has sort of altered this reality, but she almost has this sort of like, the sense of fight in her that you're not expecting. And considering she's almost like a tiny version of you, you're like, stop that. So you can mark another condition.
Oh, no.
But Pigeon, you can also mark a condition, again, as I think the small pigeony part of your brain that's left hears this fact that all along there's nothing you were going to do.
I mean, yeah. You did write lonely for another condition. Should I make that a different one because I have 2 lonelies, or am I just that
You're
low?
just that lonely.
I'm just that low.
Absorbed all the
Yeah.
conditions, essentially.
I mean, it's all your guys' fault, but whatever.
Yeah, we'll just say that's the second one because that came from eating Vidian.
Oh, cool.
Can I go?
Can I do something real quick?
Oh yeah, you go first.
Well, I'm torn between, and I think it's just like I'm getting to the point where like I'm in full desperation, and I think I kind of just look at Shleign to like, I spend our last bond together, and I'm like, my eyes are begging you, like, please, I need you.
Are you torn together? I have a thing.
Oh, okay. I'll look at this. And
I was gonna do something to you, not to Pigeon anyway, for this round.
I will look at one of you and spend a bond. I have, I think, 1 bond left with both of you. So whoever has a thing, like, I'm in a desperate place, and like, to the point where I'm like,
You're not rolling anything with this bond.
Are
you?
No, I'm
Okay.
torn between, so I have to choose one. So I'm choosing spend a bond with someone. Describe how they directly or inadvertently help me regain control.
I can help you regain control.
Yeah. So yeah, I just like, I think you're not that far from me, but I think
No.
I'm just like looking at you, and like you can see it in me, like I'm about to give up, and like I'm at the point where
I think Abyss is going to notice this, and it's going to distract from whatever's happening with the fight right now. I'm going to take my attention off of Pigeon, and I'm going to run over to Viri, and I'm going to get down, and I'm going to look at her, and I'm going to go, I know that this isn't much, and I'm really bad at having emotions or understanding, but if there's something I don't understand, I always read on it, and I'd like to open the book, and I'm going to try to use Forbidden Archives.
Sure.
I'm going to spend 4 darkness tokens, so 6, so I got a 10.
Oh, nice.
Which means, I succeed, so,
Yay.
this works.
It works.
So, so Abyss opens the book, and is like frantically looking through it, and she tries to find, the book can open, it's a mysterious book covered in change, and I can reveal welcome truth. I look through it, and I'm like, well, there's nothing here to be able to help you, but I do know one thing, and that's my family, and we have to help each other, and you can remove a condition.
yes.
Oh, wait. Am I helping you guys actually bond? That's so nice. Yay.
I also get one other thing.
Oh, nice.
One of them is, it's either uncover a key at great cost, but I think that's too far away from now. So it says, the author of the book exists in a wretched form between death and life. I can ask for their advice, and they're always happy to hear from me, and I gain 1 bond from them. So I just picture like a little like creepy ghost person comes out, and I'm just like, what do I do? How do I handle this fight?
Oh, okay, yeah, this little creepy ghost person comes out.
Help me, ghost author. If you had to write a story, what would you try to write into the future of this?
Well, you are an avatar of destruction, are you not? Perhaps it's time to return to your roots.
Okay, thanks. And I close the book. Like his hand's a little caught. Oh, sorry.
As he like yanks it back in.
Just imagine it's like a very old man. It's not even not anything spooky, just like
Just a crotchety old like writer.
It's my pen name.
I just like demonology.
That worked out perfect timing.
This was great.
Because I was like, oh, someone's getting conditions, and I'm gonna have to play healer.
Is defeated a permanent condition I have now?
I'm pretty sure you could erase. I don't think it's permanent. No.
Yeah, no, I think
You can
Okay.
remove 1 condition from.
So I'm gonna
from
remove defeated because I know I have possessive as permanent, so that's why I was
I
asking.
feel like defeated would be a good one if I walked over to you and I was like, I'm your sibling and we have to do this together. And then I could look at I was, hold on. What's that? What's that, mister? Oh, we have to destroy stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing? Get smashing.
And then I'm gonna look over to see where Shleigh is.
She's prettier than me and she's younger than me, but I'm badder.
It was Meline that made me feel all
Emotional.
Cool. Is Meline vulnerable?
Yeah, I suppose so. Yes.
Cool.
We're the good guys, right?
Can I look at your ruin
I'm going
wounds?
to
'Cause I just got
borrowed power to summon a creature of fire and rage.
Okay.
With the storm to destroy.
Oh, you're gonna destroy Meline?
Destroy a vulnerable target before.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. Well,
from
Does that
Pigeon.
just happen?
I have to roll for
You
it
gotta
now,
roll for it.
but I'm going to spend 5 darkness.
Oh my God.
Okay. That's crazy. You crazy for that?
Mine are RP heavy, maybe still one from Pigeon.
9, that's 14.
Okay.
Oh.
I think that's a little high.
That's a little high.
Just by the way.
Things are a little hot right now.
You would have succeeded with no darkness.
I would have succeeded without, but also I get to mark a rune now.
Oh.
And it still happens. I then just exert my power to banish the creature.
Cool. So you just grab it. It's like,
Yeah.
but first so it's like just a little fire imp again.
Can I have your ruin moves?
It's fire and rage, violence and storm. Like
Yeah.
it's just a big.
So it's like a little angry version of your cutesy little imp. And
Yeah.
So it's like super cute, and then it opens its mouth, and just this complete wall of fire comes out, and there's just like a burnt up skeleton where Meline was a minute ago. And then you
Oh.
grab this thing, and you're just like, you like squish it like a bug. I think you can mark a condition from that.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna eat someone now
You're gonna eat
to clear a condition. I'm gonna eat Viridian again.
Oh, like the Viridian pieces?
Yeah, cause that's like they're alive, right?
I'll allow it.
Okay. Do I need to roll for it, or it does say like
She's
there are
such a
things that
freaking
happen if I roll for it?
Yeah, roll.
Roll for it. Yeah.
You don't have to mark a rune anymore, but you do have to roll.
I think
for
it'll
it.
work for the next round. It's convenient.
Yeah.
I did the 8.
Okay, yep, that's a success.
All right, and I clear a condition, and I eat Viridians.
Yeah, you eat the crystalline like rock.
Like a little tendril just goes scoop.
So you
Do you want to
eat
look at my ruin moves?
And what are the other girls doing? There's still 2 other ones.
Yeah, so for the other girls, the host is going to do a host thing.
No one wants mine.
Do you just give?
I did.
Yeah.
We're getting a lot of ruin over here, and we're starting to run out of things.
That's crazy, guys.
We're at the point where we start at the marking conditions or start taking each other's ruin moves.
Oh. Well, you should mark a condition. That'd be funny.
Can I see puppets? I mean, can I see Pigeon's puppet
Why
ruin moves?
would marking a condition be for you?
Yeah, that's for funny. Wait, what do you want?
The hungry ruin moves?
Yeah, can we take a peek at those?
Oh, can you use them?
Yeah, they can mark conditions from other playbooks
Oh,
or
cool.
runes from other playbooks.
There you go.
If you think there's anything good for us to do,
There's actually a lot of good stuff for you guys in that one.
that we can use against you.
Not against me,
can also
but for
take
each
the
other.
The host is going to take their move to try to wrestle some control back over this domain from you. And do horribly, just awful. They're gonna mark a condition.
Danu!
They got like a 3.
Damona!
So yeah, they can't help. Sure.
But now there's Vicky and Bailey. What do my gals do?
I think
Asterisk.
Bailey's just gonna like straight up try to attack someone. I think they're just like a very destructive sort of monster. Okay, they're gonna overshoot. So who do they want to? Let's see. I don't think they really particularly care one way or the other, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, Shleigh. These girls are really wailing on you.
Can I respond? Can I respond?
Yeah, I guess like you could try to defy the dark.
Yeah, power through darkness.
Power through darkness.
To avert imminent danger.
Yeah, I would say because specifically you would be downed if this happens. This is very much like a defy the dark moment.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's either
That or death.
that or death. Or, I mean, I could use a rune move.
Well, you're
But-
not dead. You're just, horrible
just at a
state of
breaking point,
mind.
yeah.
When we're all conditioned. Do we pass out? when we're
Yeah,
all
essentially
conditioned?
that's your KO point. You aren't necessarily dead, because that's not really how this game rolls, but you are in such a state, physically, mentally, emotionally, however that looks, that you cannot function anymore. And you are, for all intents and purposes, out of the scene, because you're catatonic, or just, freaking out, or KO'd, whatever it is.
That's like my only option. I can't do
Yeah.
a rune move. Yeah.
Unless
Okay.
there's something you have that, directly would be in response to, having violence inflicted upon you.
No, it's just
Yeah, so I
if
think
someone's
it's-
vulnerable to me.
You can take it.
All right,
There
I'm
you go,
gonna
sweetie.
Bend to darkness
Sure.
and hope I don't overroll this.
Okay, perfect.
9. Oh,
9. Cool. So what does the success state of Defy the Darkness say?
you use your powers with great precision and effect, changing the situation before you.
React with violence.
Additionally, the keeper may offer you reprieve, a golden opportunity, or a bond with somebody.
Yeah, I mean, you already killed one girl. What's another, really?
What's another?
So Bailey comes at you and just sort of all this sort of I think just very shadowy dark magic is swirling around them as they rear back to hit you, and you just sort of with your big strength, you
I can control shadows too,
you
so
just yeah.
turn it on her.
Yeah, kind of not a great ability to use against you, so I think you just are fighting them for control of the shadows and just end up however you want to handle this. I guess it's really your word picture you're painting us for what happens.
Can I just then stand before me and take her out that way?
Yeah, cool. So that's cool. Cool. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna mark 2 rune. Kill the NPC and destroy the soul. Will never return.
Cool. Yeah, you wrap the shadows around Bailey and they just kind of squeeze. And where there should have been Bailey at some point, there's just now nothing.
Cool.
The shadows squeeze until they condense into a little marble and roll away.
I advance on my rune. I
Oh my god. Okay.
I
Cool.
think in character it's no. We are the good guys. We will stop you.
We're really. I mean, we're.
You did just kill 2 girls.
You sent them
I
after
killed
us.
2 girls.
You killed. Okay.
You didn't have to involve them.
You didn't have to. That's a good point.
we have nothing. We're rats in a corner.
You're rats in a corner, about to definitely take over the world right after they did that.
Who said we were taking over the world?
Your
We just-
eyes.
Okay.
didn't
So I
notice.
believe everyone did something this round.
Mhm.
So it's a fresh round. I'm just ruling everyone gets a thing to do each round, including the host. And now at this point, the girls generally, it is now just
Well, Becky didn't go.
Victoria's left. Yes, I've been doing 1 girl per round.
Oh, gotcha. One girl.
Considering you
Yeah.
Are a little more powerful than everyone at this point, with your not working ruin and 6 conditions.
Yeah, that's true.
And now you have a find familiar.
I do have a 5. Yeah. That's true.
I'd like to try a new ruin move. Is that possible?
Yeah,
Could I
if you
just
have
borrow
it.
this real quick? All right, this is what I'm gonna throw at you.
Okay.
I'd like to use the prodigal child will return.
Okay.
From the summoned. My true parent or creator is reconnecting with me, and they bear great power. I can ask my true parent or creator for help. They will do as you ask, and they give them the love they crave from you. I can mark 2 ruin, and the Harbinger within me awakens, and you force your parent to do what you want while hardening your heart. Just describe how they're proud of the Harbinger you become. So I'm gonna take 2 ruin. I'd like to imagine some sort of weird memory where I'm hoping that I can get Vidian into this somehow.
Yeah.
At least in some way she helps. I picture that her body part or whatever form of her is rock candy, but whatever form of her, I kind of picture some.
Can you stop bringing her back? I've eaten her twice already. I'm tired. It's too. I've eaten
Yeah,
her.
so I think sort of just with your inherent connection to Vidian, you try to, similarly to what Viri did, kind of just wrench her from the hunger. And I think the hunger pulls that same move of just hurting someone.
All right. Well, you, because you have summoned it.
You will mark a condition
For what?
as Viridian essentially rains down upon you in this shattered form.
Why would she rain on me?
Because that was the hunger.
That's what I just did with.
Yeah, that's what happened the
Viri.
last time we...
Yeah.
I don't want her to come out of you.
Well,
It says they bear great power. You can ask them for help. I was picturing her body parts changing into different shapes and stabbing you from the inside.
gotcha.
Oh, okay. I mean, you didn't say that. That's
I mean,
Well, I was
both
I got
could happen.
confused.
No, I think it's a little column A, like little column B, like this injures you.
Okay,
You will
that's
mark
fair.
a condition. You will also mark a condition for invoking these.
I will mark lonely
Confronts.
again.
No.
No, but I'm just worried.
If either of you are going to mark your final condition, say something.
Okay. I was actually gonna do something crazy.
Mm.
Cool. But yeah, that marks a condition on Pigeon.
Yep, got it.
Everyone is in dire straits at this point.
That is true.
So that's the host. They're kind of chilling.
Oh my
They're
God.
barely in dire straits.
Can I eat the host?
That's your move?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to eat them?
Actually, maybe not. Oh, you could go. You could go.
I just want to see if I'm allowed to do this because I feel like the DM should maybe tell me no.
Okay.
Actually forgot which move I was gonna activate for this. Actually, if you want to go, I gotta remember what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna just do the. Well, since the host is here, I'm gonna do the tremble for me again, and get that guy on my side.
Oh, the host?
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, so tremble before me. Remind me what that says.
It's using Unleash the Dark, but all living mortals are driven to despair.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
When you unleash the dark and enforce your will socially or emotionally. I gotcha now. You may choose to mark ruin, doesn't matter. If you do, treat the move as if you rolled an 8-10. So I basically just succeed. Actually, yeah, I succeed. Where's the Unleash the Darkness? And I'm going to. I basically choose 4 of the conditions, or 4 of the things. If I could find freaking Unleash the Dark page, I give. Oh, it's on this one. First page, that makes sense. Okay. Okay. Gain the upper hand, so I'm gonna use the host to be on my side. Avoid reprisals, harm, or costs. I feel like what would that entail? Would I be able to? Yeah.
I just don't think that's eligible to this.
Yeah, I was about to say that doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah.
Okay, I could ignore that then.
I think you're just gaining the upper hand if you would like to.
Yeah, gain the upper hand with the. Don't I get 4 though?
Or you could just kill them.
I could just kill them.
So really up to you.
Yeah, because I choose 4, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I was gonna just do that and then give everyone a condition.
Are we allowed to try to
Give
follow
everyone a
through the darkness?
condition?
Yeah, you
Everyone
can try to
condition.
defy the darkness on this
Oh,
for sure.
I'm out then.
Would you like to try to defy the darkness?
Can I use my move instead?
Sure,
So-
tell me what happens.
Well, I will also technically, if I'm marking a condition, am I able to use rune moves on myself?
I guess it depends what it says. So you just took one from...
I took one from the Shade.
Okay.
It is Death Broke Me First.
Oh.
When a PC is about to mark their final condition and hit their breaking point, ask if they wish for you to intervene. If they agree, you summon Death to their side, and I don't have to physically be present in the scene to be able to do so. When Death comes, they ask you for something in return for assistance, and I have to choose Mark 1 Ruin and describe how Death will bridle their torment. The PC races 2 conditions, and then I describe how I appease Death and honor their request, or Mark 2, and I essentially force Death to do what I want, and the PC races 2. In addition, describe how Death noticeably marks you as a Harbinger.
Cool. So, yeah, I think that the trigger for it is when a PC is about to mark their final condition, which is both of you right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can just trigger it twice.
Yeah, right?
don't see
Just take a bunch of ruin.
why not.
Yeah.
Seems fine. You definitely could afford to take more of that, right?
Yeah, I think so. I've only gone through it 3 times.
Oh, cool. Yeah, sure.
I'm also about to mark my last condition, but I have a different idea.
Okay.
I can move as many times as I want. It's a room, so.
Oh wait, this. I guess. Oh, does you just automatically do it? Oh, I guess it would be until you run out of ruin.
Yeah.
So I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, eventually we become harbingers.
Yeah, you just become a oh, 4 harbingers in a room.
You missed it. I was like, we all become harbingers, and then we're friends again.
Well,
Yeah, so I think what happens
I
is
think you just missed that I was a harbinger the whole time.
I noticed you were acting funny, and I was like,
I chose to ignore it.
yeah.
That was kind of the issue is that you guys just ignore it.
yeah, so I think as you are like getting attacked by this giant monster thing, and as you're feeling yourself sort of slipping, the shadowiness just sort of erupts from your eyes, frames your sort of your horns. There's all these cool like swirlies going on as your powers vested in you by your demon mama
Mother.
overtake you. You look much more like this, again, harbinger of the apocalypse that you are supposed to be in this form, but you're able to protect yourself, and if Abyss wishes for you to intervene, Abyss, with this sort of like, almost like barrier of darkness that just sends the hunger back.
Yeah.
Cool.
In doing so, I'm guessing marking 4 rune if I'm casting it twice and just.
Yes, you're marking 4 ruin from this.
Oh my goodness.
How many boxes do you have left?
A lot.
Oh, you do?
I can do
Shleigh's weirdly been like the chillest about the ruin
1,
thing.
2, 3, 4, 5 more.
Okay.
And I'm 1 rune away from getting one of those. So.
I'm gonna do my power through darkness.
Okay.
I did use my 3 darkness.
Okay.
I got a 14.
So you overshoot.
I overshoot, so what happens is you are on the edge of a disaster. Choose one, mark in the condition to exert better control of your powers, or let the keeper tell you how the situation is not under your control.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that you let me know how it's not in my control,
Okay.
but I also get torn between. And when I'm torn between, I'm going to choose let your monstrous nature show and describe the damage your outburst causes, mark 1 ruin. And like, I think at this point, I am just walking straight up to Pigeon and just like trying to shove my arm straight through Pigeon.
Yeah. Punch.
Like
Okay.
Jack Sparrow in the Kraken.
And so what happens is I get another ruin move. I'm gonna do my first, choose a ruin move from another playbook.
This crazy combo you're doing.
I'm gonna choose reveal. No, wait, where are
Yeah,
these?
these are basic.
I got it right here. Until only the hunger remains. And so the crazy thing about that is that every time you would be like, mark your last condition, you kind of just eat some of yourself until your clock runs out. So I kind of just got like 4 more HP bars, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you sort of just reach into the maw of the hunger and try to grab, and you lose your whole arm.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just shatters into Pigeon.
Ooh, does that count as
Pigeon, you can clear a condition.
I was gonna say, yeah.
but
Thank you.
You, having lost your arm, gain those abilities, your little HP bump that can.
Yeah, so I marked the first of my Harbinger or whatever clock, my hunger clock, and my conditions clear off.
Cool, perfect. Yeah, so you completely sort of restore yourself as you,
Can I see in case there's any other things?
you sort of like steal a piece of the hunger. And I think you're just like,
Eat it myself.
yeah, you lose most of your arm in the process. It kind of just shatters right as you consume this. And the hunger eats and consumes a healthy chunk of your god body to clear a condition of their own, but you clear 4 conditions. It's a pretty fair trade-off for that, I think. Cool.
It says clear all your conditions and choose 3 new unmarked hunger conditions from the list below. So does that mean they replace my old ones, or?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
Pigeon has like a weird spot on their sheet where Pigeon can just write other conditions. I think you're
Yeah.
doing that.
But should I just like replace these?
Yeah, just
Okay.
replace some of them as you've sort of like allowed yourself to be infected by this magic that you know like could destroy you.
And I get to mark more ruin.
Yay.
It's almost like I'm becoming a harbinger.
Okay, so all that right there was the Hunger's move. All of that stuff we just did since it was your turn.
Oh.
'Cause
Okay.
that was all of their responses to almost being killed.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, that does make sense.
So anyone who has not taken a turn this round, which I think is
Everyone.
most of us, that was you right at the beginning.
We got
You you killed the host, right?
No, the host is on my side now.
Oh, okay, you stole the host.
I
Okay.
stole the host.
So you have the host. Everyone defied death, or defied the breaking point. And everyone else can now take their move.
Okay.
That was well played, everyone.
Well,
Played.
I think even though I gotten rid of my conditions, I think I'm still kind of really upset. Just like,
Yeah, that's fair. Understandable.
so you're just gonna keep switching sides? Whatever just fits you best?
And I think you see they're, again, like physically pulling apart over and over into like these two mirror versions of themselves and trying to like keep themselves together. They don't even really respond to you.
It's kind of obvious it's like not their fault.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
clearly being like, getting eaten by their mom, and then their mom getting eaten, and then them getting thrown back up. They're not in the best mental headspace right now.
I was gonna attack them, but I was like, no.
And I think narratively, the host sort of became, again, this thing outside of Danu and Damona, and all of this weird things that they're going through is sort of making the host reconcile with those two pieces of themselves that they've just sort of ignored. Because Danu and Damona, again, don't like each other. And I think the way the host kind of dealt with that was just being like, oh, well, I'm not either of them, I'm the host. But now they're these two pieces of a thing that hate each other, and they're trying to still be this one thing, and it's tearing them apart. They are torn between, if you will.
Who is dead currently?
Vicky,
Madeline.
or sorry, not everyone but Vicky, and Vivian's still in the book.
Oh, I forgot Vivian's in the book.
Madeline and Bailey are dead. Viridian's dead. And the host is, whatever the host is up to right now.
I'm going to try to get Vicky back on our side.
Okay.
Just at least spare one mortal in all of this.
After she watched you brutally murder the other two. Okay.
I didn't do anything.
It wasn't me.
I'm going to power through dark. No, unleash the dark. And you knew we had no other choice than to get rid of the others. It was us or them. But I think that we can turn the tides if we work together.
Sure. Tell yourself that.
I'm gonna use Honey Tongue and Clouded Minds again.
Okay, sure.
Another 3 darkness.
Oh my god.
Oops, that's the wrong number.
This all happened because you were ignoring women.
What happens when you don't listen to women?
I overshot. I got a 9. I think.
Is that
oh,
overshot? No,
that's
that's
good,
perfect.
good.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, so then I guess I'll gain the upper hand. And
I think you can also just like make them do what you want or something like that, right?
yeah. And yeah, avoid any reprisals, harm, or cost. Is the 2 things I'll do. And then part of the part of the lie becomes true.
Okay.
Ooh, actually, you know what? I forgot that I could do other things. They are tempted to worship me.
Oh.
Yeah, I think she's probably a little afraid of everything that's going on right now. But if she's gonna like hedge her bets, really, probably the celestial beings that all seem to have god powers versus like the big eldritch horror that doesn't speak very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, she will join your side.
Do what I say, and I'll keep you alive. And I'm gonna mark some darkness for asking someone to worship me.
Cool.
I'm also torn between again.
Oh my god. Okay.
I think I have. Some of these people are dead. Oh, I have a bond with Vicky. I'm gonna spend that bond to, and basically, I have a new follower. I'm not that
Yeah,
upset.
it's fine. Who even cares?
I'm chilling.
You still got it. All right.
You want to go?
I can. Yeah. Sure.
you good?
Will you love me and only me?
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, sure.
Oh. So much.
It's one of their darkness. I don't want to actually.
Can I respond to this with a move, or would you like me not to?
Are we just aura?
That's not
farming
it
over
really.
here?
Yeah, I was just aura farming. I was just gaining darkness.
Oh, I was like, I'll go with it if you want.
I love you, goat lady.
Can I use reveal my heart?
It's your move.
Okay.
That's what you want to do this
This is
round.
when you reveal your heart and try your sincerity. You try to sincerely connect to someone. Spend darkness tokens and roll. I'm gonna spend 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I succeed.
Perfect. Yep.
Ha!
Right there. Hey, that's the first time revealing your heart has worked. This whole campaign.
Yes. Okay. So it says your heart reaches theirs. Choose one. If they are PC, they choose to deepen the connection further, and they choose one too. I would like to soothe your heart and say to you, "I love you, goat lady," and you can clear a condition.
I love you, goat lady.
Aww.
And then I get a thing too.
I'm gonna stay raging.
Do you want to?
Sisters.
Can I clear a condition? You get it back.
Oh, I get it back.
Yeah, so I choose one. If they are a PC and they choose to deepen the connection further, which you just did,
Oh.
because you said it back.
Yeah.
Back.
And you said it back! So you can choose one too.
I'll also clear one of your conditions.
Alright,
Yeah.
I'm gonna remove obsessed, realizing that I don't need to worry about what other people think of me because I have a sibling and a goat lady love. And this terrifying harbinger that was once Pigeon.
Yeah.
Lesbian goat ladies.
Just hit him again.
And I'll use reveal my. Can I use reveal my heart as my move? Is that fine?
Yeah, that's fine.
So I'll do that to try to clear conditions. I feel like a healer of the party.
You're smacking things. I'm getting a new person on my side, and these two are just like,
I love you, goat lady. Our horns touch.
I'm
Oh my god.
Just kidding.
They could suck someone else sort of like
Like braces.
chop that down again. The host is here, correct?
Yeah, they're chilling.
Are they vulnerable?
I mean, to what? Being destroyed immediately?
Yeah.
You know, I would say they're pretty vulnerable right now. They're falling apart.
Cool. I'm gonna do borrowed power to summon fire and rage, violence and storm,
Okay.
to destroy the host, and I will spend all of my darkness.
Okay.
So that's +7.
Oh my god.
So you can't fail.
I can't fail.
Technically.
That's a 17.
So you will mark a ruin.
I will
to
mark a
destroy
ruin,
the thing.
and I advance in ruin again. And I will take another rune book again from the shade. I'm going to take the corridor of doors.
Okay. So I think this imp comes out and just sort of like grabs the two conflicting, superimposing pieces of this static creature and just like rips them apart from each other, and they just sort of dissolve into sand on the ground with a terrifying scream. And there goes the host. There's just sort of like
You're just crossing it.
goodbye.
Happens to the best of us.
There's just sort of like static colored sand on the ground now, mixed in with the rock candy.
I'd like to turn to Viri and be like, hopefully we don't turn out like our siblings. Family. Bits of crushed up dust.
Maybe after like 3 ruin advances, I might.
Did you take a turn this turn?
I did.
Okay, so we have Vicky, who is currently on your team. Vicky has some very basic telekinetic powers that she's going to try to use. Okay, that's an 11, so
Overshoots.
overshoots. I guess Vicky will probably be out for the next round.
She explodes.
Because that's just a lot for them. They haven't really, or she hasn't really tried to do all this. She drops a stage light onto you. And it's, it just starts burning through your oozy body before it hits the ground. And there's just like this horrible smell of just burning ichor. You can mark a condition.
Okay, cool.
This fight's intense.
This fight has everything.
I could.
I'm scared.
You guys are pretty good on condition.
We healed up a lot.
Yeah.
I did a lot of healing, sorry.
Yeah, you did do a lot of healing.
Thanks, Shade.
The good guys gain like 3
You
HP
finally
bars.
figured out the power of friendship.
Yeah, after.
We've rolled really well for the first time.
Sisterhood.
Nothing like convincing a teenager to turn into a giant mound of black goo to really bring the family together.
Can I also do only the hunger remains? I feel like that.
I don't see why not.
Yeah, I guess I could just do that. So let me just read it again. Oh, when you hit your breaking point. Okay.
Yeah.
So not yet. Not yet.
Oh my god, the boss has another HP bar too?
Yeah, second phase. So
We gotta
So I might as well just
like.
like attack you guys until. Yeah, that makes sense. So I'm gonna. Well, since Vicky is passed out, mine again. Tremble before me.
Okay.
Condition.
Gross.
Vicky,
I mean, with your best shot, you won't do it. Don't hold back.
I spit on your shoes a little bit.
Yeah, so everyone marks a
And
condition.
there's a little acid, so it's like, and it's stinky too. So now you're stinky. Mark the stinky condition.
I'm feeling a little brutal.
Alright, yeah, so you have Vicky. Vicky can't do anything this round, but you got him.
He's so icky.
Yeah, as you just start kind of like wailing on them, I imagine is what's happening. You're like just big spiny tentacles flying around and like weird teeth and viscera everywhere. It's not great.
Dude.
Alright, ladies. Y'all have healed up. Y'all are the muscle, so get to it. Let's do this.
So many options.
I'm going to continue with my my terrible and vengeful cosmic being powers. So,
Yeah.
I'm going to continue to just destroy my own my own death clock. And
Yay! Oh my god, you're halfway.
yes.
Yeah, what? Yay!
Don't worry, something really fun happens if I fill it.
Oh, cool. That's fun.
I wield Cosmic Dreams of Terror like a sharp weapon. I selected an individual. I choose Pigeon and create horrifying hallucinations that bring your nightmares to life. In addition, I gain a bond with my true self.
Oh, that's nice.
Describe what we see. Or what you see.
What I see, well, since it's not Pigeon, I guess I would say, what does the hunger really fear? Well, actually, it probably would, well, since it's, I guess more like, horrifying visions. It's basically, the hunger sees, something that they can't have at this point anymore, which is, sees the pigeon self and live Madeline's mom, just like, you know, holding each other and like clearly like just a parental embrace that they've never experienced and never will. So
Dang. Well,
I pictured my nightmares a lot more as like cosmic destroying things, but that's okay.
well, that's kind of like they are a
That
cosmic
makes sense.
destroying thing.
I am the
Fair.
cosmic destroying thing, and also the whole cannibalism thing is that you destroy what you can't have, and hunger is clearly destroying stuff that they could possibly have, but they can't. So they cannot have love because no one showed them love.
I tried.
You did try.
I only unleashed the darkness on you a few times.
Only several
You
times
only-
an
These
episode.
couple days, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, and I'm marking condition, right?
I believe so. That's how that works, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't have a thing, but it causes cosmic dreams of terror that build horrifying hallucinations. And
Yeah. So you're having horrifying hallucinations.
I'm lonely.
What other conditions do you have?
That not clicked off?
Yeah,
Just obsessed right now.
just
go
obsessed.
for it.
I treated you like any distant Spanish mother would.
Yeah, look where that got all of us.
Just, what? I want to use my new rune move,
Yeah, sure.
which is the Corridor of Doors.
Ooh.
So I've been with Division long enough that they trusted me with a secret. Over the years, Division has managed to collect ancient doors of power and place them within a metaphysical
Gender
space.
neutral bathroom.
Oh,
Neutral
yes.
It has each door has highly volatile energy and exists within a fluctuating stage of open and not open, locked and unlocked. Only the most powerful in Division know the Harbinger within you can access these doors, and so they watch me with great interest. And essentially, there's
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of options here.
7.
Those are all the stalls in the gender neutral bathroom. Yep.
Yeah. There's 7 options. I can mark one rune to open one of the doors, and then I have to like barter with it with whatever comes out to help, or I can mark 2 and it recognizes the Harbinger in me and
Cool.
I can command it. I don't know. Can I just like open any one of them and it will mark a
Yeah.
condition, or like should I try and for flavor pick one that would do actual obsessed?
I mean, I think it'd be fun if you pick one, but it's
Yeah.
truly your choice.
Alright. Sure. I'll do the Black Prince, I guess. The Door of the Black Prince.
Okay, Plague and Despair, Swarm, and
Let's see.
cool.
And I will mark 2 rune. Just 2.
Yeah, so you, again, use your sort of door opening powers that, again, you are prophesied to have as the shadows around you move to create this door. And your good friend, the Black Prince of Plague and Despair, Swarm, and Ichor, comes out. You know, good family friend of yours.
Good family friend, yeah.
And just, I imagine the hunger just sort of in its seat attempts to eat it.
Yeah.
And it don't taste too good.
No seasoning.
That's what you get for spitting on my shoe.
No paprika. That's crazy.
Okay, so yeah, you are marking another condition.
Okay, then I'll do only the hunger remains.
Let me take a look at that. Really
Yeah,
quick,
'cause-
Is that your new form?
Yeah, I wouldn't have. I would have healed if you're gonna. I hope you don't do some stuff.
Oh, that's what I stole from you.
Yeah, I know. That's
Can I
what.
see it?
Yeah.
Actually, if it's about
Oh, I wouldn't have attacked
I
if
got
I
6
if
more
it was
doors.
about.
I got 6 more doors.
Let me know if I cheated.
If you cheated?
Yeah, because if Pigeon can't use it now, I don't see how I could use it. So it could have been a mystery, but we're checking something.
Checking the logs.
yes, you are only the hunger remains clock. Give it one tick instead of 4.
Okay. So like I can only use it one extra time.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense.
How come I can only use it?
So I guess 2 ticks technically, yes.
Okay.
And just in the interest of time, because you have so many, clear 3 conditions
Okay.
instead of the full track.
Heard.
Should I also take my clock multiple times or no?
No, this is more because the whole thing is turning into a grotesque form of hunger, which arguably has already happened here. So, Pigeon is on borrowed time in a way that you are not. Cool. Yeah. So you sort of just like contort further, and your form is sort of pulling itself apart even further at this point, as you are trying to sort of keep it together. Cool. I think everyone did a thing this turn.
You have to go.
Oh yes.
I am just going to probably attack physically, I think.
Yeah.
Ow. Don't do that. That hurt.
So I'm just going to use the lighting in the room. So what is the lighting like in this room?
Red.
Red. So I am just going to... Everything flashes over gray for a moment, and then the red lights all kind of turn into shards and start to stab at Pigeon.
Okay.
Opinion.
So go ahead and roll I believe that's Unleash the Dark, right?
Yes, Unleash the Dark. I will use another 3.
Can I use any besides like the eating? And can I use any of these or no?
No.
Okay.
That's
Things
13.
I gave you are your new big powerful abilities.
Oh, so technically I can't eat anyone.
You could use the ones you already had.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
But you
cool.
can't use like
Gotcha.
things you didn't have before.
Okay, makes sense.
So I inflict a condition on Pigeon, and I also, you get to tell me my unintended consequence.
Okay. You inflict a condition on Pigeon. So you can mark another condition. Unintended consequence. You stab Biggie.
No! No!
What the hell?
So yeah, there goes your new worshipper. As you just sort of like send down this hailstorm of these red lights that you've turned into, daggers. They just rain down, and Vicky's kind of, over there.
Wow. You couldn't even save anyone. That's crazy.
Are you allowed to talk so much dirt? Like, what happened?
Why
to
can't I talk? It's just the hunger is just talking. I'm sorry, you can't handle it.
There's a lot of you saying we're mean, and then you do mean things.
Well, I mean, Pigeon's not there anymore, but yeah, you guys are mean. Not gonna lie.
No, but never mind. I don't think you're understanding what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay.
First turn, there are no more NPCs left.
Yeah.
So
I can't
just
eat
you,
anyone.
just y'all. So anyone's go really.
I'll unleash the dark to constrict Pigeon's
Yeah.
shadows, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't you have more doors?
Yeah, I got a lot more doors.
How many doors you got?
I got at least 6 more doors.
Ooh,
so
that's
like-
fun.
There's a lot of doors.
But I'm
Nope.
I'm gonna spend 4 darkness. This on my unleash the darkness to try and inflict the condition. 4 and 3 is 7 and 4 is 11.
So just over shields.
Oh.
Yeah, but you can still do the condition. Just
Yeah, it still happens. There's just consequence.
Yeah, what's the consequence?
Choose one, but the keeper describes an unintended consequence.
Okay, yeah. So you wrap these shades around the hunger, mark the condition, unintended consequence. I think the hunger just ends up consuming a bunch of it to get out of the binds. For the next couple turns, you can't use your ability to contact your mommy
Okay.
because you've sort of weakened your connection to her.
Sure. Yeah.
Yep, cool. Alright, who's up?
I'll go. I'm gonna unleash the darkness and try to do, like telekinetic mind blasts. I'm gonna spend 3 darkness tokens, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I succeed.
Yay!
I would like to expose a weakness in hopes that would hopefully assist Viri is my goal, and then I would like to get past their defenses and inflict a condition.
Cool. Where are you at?
Ravenous. 3 left.
3 left?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, this thing is...
Do I take 2 to
No.
speed up time?
No. This thing is sort of actively falling apart. You're getting there. If it has to try to reform again, it will probably fail to do so. Because your little clock will fail, and the thing will trigger.
Okay. So, then I won't clear next time?
Nope, you will essentially... Whatever happens when only the hunger remains will happen.
Oh, okay. So, what do you mean by that?
That was a one and done thing that you had. So
Oh, I thought you said, okay.
yes, 2 because you clicked 1 to do it, and then when you click it again, it just happens.
Oh, okay.
If it had been 1, it would have triggered last time, immediately.
Okay.
So yeah,
So, after this is done.
yeah. Next time you do it,
Oh, next time I do it. Okay, yeah, that's what I was confused
yeah. That's what
about.
I'm saying. The next time you do it,
Yeah.
it'll fail, and then it'll be done. But
Fail. It sounded like you were saying fail. That's why I was confused.
well, it will technically fail because you'll do it and then immediately, whatever.
Sure.
Yes. But yeah, this thing is struggling to hold itself together. Just continuing to kind of attack is probably the move.
I am just going to.
No, you go. All the NPCs are dead. I'm a little bit more useless now.
You can't keep eating things.
I can't keep eating
You
things.
needed them all.
I actually didn't eat them all.
That's true. Well, some of them
actually,
were
most of them
virtuous.
weren't eaten.
Well, you
by-
could probably eat Vicky.
Oh,
There's still-
true.
There's still a...
You got a point. You know, let me get that. let me.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah, I'll just do that and
Cool,
mark
sweet.
a condition off.
Cool. Yeah, you consume Vicky.
Okay.
But
Oh, you're just you eating one of the NPCs. It's just like.
yeah.
Well, I mean...
she's already dead.
Is anyone gonna
killed her,
eat
so-
that?
Is anyone gonna eat that?
Forbid we bury her properly.
So I'm just gonna like.
yeah.
The
yeah.
other 2 were just.
I mean, you could at least they're like you could put them in an urn.
Oh, one of them. The other one.
What happened to the other one?
The other one got destroyed.
Oh,
soul,
that's right.
Body and
Yeah.
soul.
That's
Turned
even
into a
worse.
pebble of darkness
That's
that
crazy.
rolled away.
You could put them in a marble bag with all the other friends.
So Viri is going to continue to use her powers of light and sound, and I'm going to just scream at Pigeon, like, this isn't our fault, you didn't have to do this. And I'm going to attempt to use my scream to, like, essentially hurt you.
Yeah. You just mom yell.
That's a big fail. You greatly underestimated them. The keeper will describe a desperate position.
Yeah, you know, you are used to sort of, again, your words having sway. This thing doesn't really seem to respond to, you know, the emotional argument at all anymore. There's not really anything to respond. Unintended consequence. Probably you mark a condition as you realize just how, you know,
Ooh,
like
ravenous.
you...
That's good. Give you the one of my
You
eyes.
realize
give
kind
you
of
the
how
dream.
hopeless this situation has come in terms of like reasoning with Pigeon whatsoever. You also realize you have like accepted part of this hunger into yourself, and there's a lot of weirdness happening emotionally, I think, for you that translates into ravenous. Okay, cool.
And then I'm torn between. So I think the way that what my outburst causes is like, I was trying to point it at Pigeon, but it had no effect. But I feel like cracks start to form along the floors and probably starts traveling upwards. So just
Okay, yeah.
damaging the space around us. So we're on a stage, right?
Yes.
So I think the stage is starting to
Plush
crack
stage.
and fall.
This stage is just sort of like falling apart. This whole dimension is sort of, you know, beginning to sort of crumble between the fact
Sorry.
that you destroyed its original owner, and you are actively destroying its current owner. So, not great.
Okay, get out of here.
Okay. Did everyone do a thing?
Yeah, I think everyone did. Okay.
Fresh round.
I guess I just unleash the darkness now. No one to eat anymore. This is.
Yeah, you can kind of just attack it
I
this
think
way.
it's the only thing I could do right now. Or in general. I don't know why I keep looking here. It's on these pages. There you go. Unleash Dark. Okay. I do have to roll now because I have no one to use that will. I don't use my darkness. I can't use my darkness at all, right?
Yeah, I don't think you have access to darkness or ruin anymore.
Figured not. Not great, 7. So just nothing.
Well, the whole thing that your ability does is just you auto succeeded, right? Unleash the Dark.
Yeah, I thought that was because I like used an NPC to do that, like with this.
No.
Okay.
What I need the compressor. Yeah. No, when you speak, all living mortals are dimensions. Well,
Yeah, I thought that it just. I mean,
yeah, you're kind of out of mortals specifically. in
yeah,
this
that's
room.
why I was like, yeah, no, everyone here is all immortal. Oh, I guess is Shleign not? Are you not immortal?
I thought you were immortal.
I thought you were.
When you
Demon child.
when you unleash the dark and enforce your will socially,
Like a
or
Hercules situation.
No, I'm not like I'm from hell.
no,
so-
well, the flavor says more, but what it does say mechanically is when you unleash the dark and enforce your will, you may choose to mark 1 ruin. If you do, you auto succeed and choose 4 options instead of 2. So yeah, there's nothing there that says you need to have.
Oh,
people
okay.
around. It's just you are big and powerful now.
Condition, and then I got an extra one. I'll roll for that to be nice. 2, 4, 6. 4. Wait, 2. You condition, extra
down.
condition. Oh,
Do you want help? I do want help.
I hate y'all.
When we just have each other's back, we're just looking at each other like goo goo eyes
Yeah, it's
and then
disgusting.
attacking.
In the middle of this like horrible viscera field of death and destruction,
That's
you're
the best
like,
time to be a
I'll just
lesbian.
mark
oh yeah, absolutely.
I'll just mark 2 to make it happen.
Why find a random harbinger to date when you can just make one?
Oh,
I was the destiny all along.
All right. Yeah, so you again kind of create that barrier around your goat lady, protecting her from marking that final condition. You mark your 2 ruin, and again, you're just sort of like the shadows around you are becoming more like weird and like almost making you seem to take on this sort of weird shadow form. You're very much, your prophetic self right now.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. That was your reaction, so still moves for everyone that isn't the hunger.
Do you want to go first?
Sure. I'll open a door of the Veiled One, of Spite and Rage, of Whisper and Blade. Just to attack.
Yeah, so another, family friend of yours.
Yeah.
This sort of inky, black, veiled shadow comes out, and just attacks.
I'm gonna get my condition thing up so I can just have that ready. Cool. Oh wait, okay. I'll do Despairing.
Where are you at?
I got 3.
I will just grab the lights and just create a long sword out of it and just go straight to stab Pigeon through the middle.
Okay.
Nah, Spiteful. That's
I'm going
oh wait,
to
you have to roll for it. Oops. Let me erase that.
spend 3 darkness. I can no longer reach 1 between. Oh gosh.
You got it.
Wait, I think we did get
11.
it. No, wait. Oh,
4,
you didn't
5,
get
6,
it.
7, 8, 9.
I spent 3.
3, 4, 5, 6, 9.
Oh, this is a 6.
Yeah, it's a 6.
That's a 6?
Yeah,
Oh,
it took me a second too. It looks like a 4.
So,
Sure.
mark a condition and an
Oh.
unintended consequence.
Unintended consequence.
Do you give me another condition? Because that'll be actually kind of interesting.
Sure, since you asked so nicely, you're, again, just, this space is falling apart. You're kind of falling apart. You're in a desperate position, I think more desperate than you've felt in a very long time. It's not exactly putting you in the best headspace.
I think just very ravenous, very angry, but like tears streaming down her eyes, like Viri is just attacking relentlessly, and like she is almost falling with this attack, but slices a large piece of Pigeon off and consumes that as she goes down again and marks another marker on the clock.
Okay, yeah. Cool.
Oh, what do I lose?
Wait, yeah, it isn't. Yeah,
If you eat me back, right?
I eat you back. So give me that spiteful back. Or can I? Can I, boss?
I don't know at this point from Viri, because Viri is like sort of part you and you're part Viri, because you ate Viri's mom and Viri ate pieces of you.
And I ate Viri. Yeah.
I don't know that eating
It
Viri
also-
heals you at this point.
Aw. Okay.
Yeah, maybe it's more just pieces of me start to fall away. Like parts of my shoulder, my side are just falling off.
Yeah, I think just like your like facets of your gem body are just like cracking, and there's like almost like shattered porcelain doll, like just pieces of you missing, you know. Cool. Great stuff.
Abyss is gonna. Abyss is starting to freak out a little bit and is a little uncomfortable. Is watching Viri falling apart and watching you have to summon multiple doors to try to fight. I think she's gonna take a moment to be like, I just wanted to solve a mystery. And is really gonna try to incorporate her cosmic being. Her eyes start to get a little bit darker. So no one, I mean, you can't really see through the goat mask, but now there's like no light behind her anymore. And I'm gonna mark 2 more ruin and try to create another hallucination that brings your nightmares to life.
Just more,
gosh.
more acts of love that will never be.
I personally would like to, if the hallucinations could be based off of like solving the mystery, everybody like getting together.
Yeah, just sort of like the good end that this
Oh,
group
that
will not
can't
have.
have. Yeah.
Like the
lonely. I'll add as condition.
You guys in the conference room, like all having Kit Kats and coffee about it, you know.
Oh, that is pretty good.
Grab
and
the plate
Abyss
up.
is like sweating and kind of like falling apart.
Yeah, everyone's kind of falling apart.
In the vision, I grabbed a plate smothered in a fry smothered in ketchup for you.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Aw, dang.
Oh, that would have been nice.
Everyone
Bring him
went.
a Scooby-Doo style.
Yay!
Oh, Shleigh, did you go?
Yeah, I summoned
veiled, the veiled one.
Yes, that was cool.
Alright, then I guess I'll just. Oh, wait, are we back at the top?
Top.
Alright, well, condition.
Screaming.
And then I'll do the same thing as before, so I don't.
I'm gonna Death Broke Me first.
I'm so sorry. I'll re-roll because I did you last time. We'll do between you two. Oh my god, okay. You, okay, extra condition.
Cool. I'm using Death Broke Me first because otherwise I would mark.
Kind of just, fast tracking your ruin at this point.
Yeah,
Just feeding more and more
So,
into
like,
these, like,
only keep
shadow
one open.
powers.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so I think, again, your form is, like, physically just sort of, like,
My horns are growing back.
changing.
like,
Yeah, your horns are just, like, you know, you're getting sort of consumed by all these shadows that move around you and create, like, weird illusions and shapes around you. You're fully feeding into, again, this prophesized Harbinger form of yourself right now. You're in the sauce.
Getting
But you
large.
are extremely difficult to kill right now. Yeah.
Nice.
Good thing Shleigh did not mark that much ruin early on, because it's coming in handy now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go back.
Including me.
I'm gonna go at it again.
Yeah, that's fair.
I have the long sword. I'm just going to continue to hack at you and just. This is your choice. Things could have been different. There was a different ending possible.
Hey.
I erased my last 2. That's at 8. God dang. 11.
11.
Yep.
Oh my god.
11.
So another unintended consequence. Okay, we'll get there.
Condition.
Oh, okay. Then I guess I'll do my last thing you said.
Oh yeah, don't you just?
Yeah, so at this point,
You ought to do less.
Huh?
Would you like to do less than?
No, I'm saying that this That's what I was trying to impart to you. This will kill you doing this.
Once you finish the clock,
Oh.
the ability consumes you completely.
Oh, okay, so I'm just dead.
So you attempt to kind of pull yourself back together, and as you're trying to do so, it's just like pieces are melting off of you as fast as you can kind of like pull them back together until you are just sort of this big bubbling pile of ichor and eyeballs and teeth and bones on the ground, dead before everyone. Viri, the parts of the hunger that you consumed start sort of reacting within you as your unintended consequence, and cracking and distorting your form. They finally sort of leach out of you through these cracks, but you are like, your physical form is just, not great. You are severely damaged, just physically. But yeah, you have destroyed this Harbinger. And as you do so, the room that you're in sort of starts to crumble around you.
We gotta get out of here.
We do. Get one of your doors.
They don't work like that.
Is there's no one we can really save or pick up around. It doesn't look like anything survived.
You got Vivian.
Yeah, we got Vivian in
You
the
got
book.
Vivian in the book.
There you go, that's one person.
And you got you guys.
Mission accomplished.
So like everything's crumbling.
Yeah.
Looking for an exit.
Yeah. You see at the back of the stage there's a small green door that just, it looks like it was probably sealed shut. It is now actively crumbling and could probably be broken through.
Let's get out of here. You, please.
Boom.
Yeah, so you run over to this door again, like whatever magic dimensional nonsense was keeping it sealed shut is now breaking, and you have an opportunity to just sort of strong arm your way through it, which Shleigh gladly takes. And you all, the remaining three of you, barrel through it and find yourselves collapsed in the sand on Tautog Beach.
Is anybody hungry?
I kind of ate a lot.
I haven't eaten in a while.
Well,
I haven't had coffee today.
do we want to go to? Should we go to the diner?
Yes. What about Vivian? How do we get her out of that book?
I just open the book and just shake her out.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can just do so. You shake Vivian out of the book. She collapses into the sand. I think she's unconscious at this point, but she's not dead. So you got that going for you.
I just pick her up.
Okay.
As pieces of me are probably sliding off.
Yeah, like randomly, like little goopy crystal pieces will fall off of you. Yeah.
We could go to the bar.
Well, we can't go back to headquarters right now because this is a lot of paperwork. And I don't think I can mentally handle this after that type of fight.
Yeah, but Tammy's not there to demand paperwork from us.
Tammy!
What about her?
Gosh.
Yeah, so you head to the bar. You set Vivian down somewhere safe and secure to sleep off to all of this.
I'm sure she has a back room with
Yeah.
a bed.
Which gives you free access to the bar. Yeah, yay! Yeah. Is there anything you would like to discuss at this point?
Well, we guess we did it. Are you okay since we just watched our creator kind of just get destroyed? We feel like we found her out and then she...
Ryan never loved us. And I can't say that I've had much love for her in these last century.
But if there's no god of life, And who's going to fill that role? And how? There going to be unintended consequences?
Probably. I think it's too late to finish the ritual.
To become Viridian?
Yeah.
Would we know anything about the ritual?
Yeah,
One of the siblings had to be murdered, which happened, but
Mhm. So you have destroyed Viridian and destroyed the host as well, which is kind of where it goes awry, because it really was supposed to be like the three of you or Viridian. So the prophecy as you know it has been messed up, so to speak. Oops. The big important part about destroying Viridian is done, though. It just, perhaps it will take a little bit more research and...
I say, am I gonna tell Liv that her daughter's dead now? You guys are figuring out the ritual.
But yeah, at this point, I think that remains very much up in the air. Viridian is gone, so in some sense, part of the ritual was completed. Reconciling what was supposed to happen with the three of you sort of coming together as one is obviously not going to happen. So you'll have to essentially find a prophecy loophole if you want to see this thing through.
I can try to make a prophecy loophole.
What is the worst that happens?
If there's no god of life,
Mm-hmm.
I'd imagine that. I mean, if there's a god of death but no god of life, they can't live. You can't exist without both.
Balance.
And there's no balance, and where it might not be affecting us right now, and I understand that we've lost a lot of people, I think the important thing right now is making sure that we restore balance. And the Abyss is very to the point on it, but I think we have to find a way to bring balance back. Or I worry what would happen. And
Well,
this isn't what I thought was going to happen, but we have to do something.
well, it was one or the three. I consumed Pigeon, who consumed Viridian, who consumed the host. If you consume me, you would be the next Viridian, maybe?
I don't want to consume you.
She's falling apart. Look at her.
I look at her and I kind of realize she's falling apart.
Yeah, she's significantly lost several more pieces since you got off the beach.
I think this is the part where Abyss is kind of really feeling that introspective and is kind of at that. But if you go, then all the cool siblings are gone. And you were a really cool, older sister.
A large part of my arm.
It just falls down.
Yeah, but I pushed Pigeon to be the thing to destroy me in many ways. I think Pigeon was always destined to be that person.
Why did you want Pigeon to destroy you?
Well, before I found all of you, Viridian created us, and I've lived many lives. You still have you just don't remember them. We die, we come back, we die, we come back, all for her entertainment. There is no escape for us unless something of great power, something equally or stronger than Viridian, destroys us. And I think I'm almost there.
I think that Abyss will remain silent for a time. Or would say if that's what you want. then that's what we'd have to do. Can you come back?
I don't think so. I think too much of myself has been consumed by Pigeon.
Are your body parts like physically on the ground?
I think you said they're crumbling, like,
Yeah, like pieces of you are falling off, yeah.
but you said they're like getting goopy, so they're kind of like, guess kind of just splattering and not much. Like you can't put it back together.
How do we consume each other on an actual like how it works note?
I think there's definitely some room for interpretation for that, you know, whether you want to do some sort of cool, you know, thing with your destruction powers and do that, or something with your book. You know, I don't think there was a very literal consumption that was happening in the other space. I don't think that has to be that. You know, you could choose to just sort of like, you're an avatar of destruction, like destroy Viri and gain her power that way, you know. However you want to do it is my long answer.
I think that I've lived a time of destruction, and I think that time's over, and I'm open to what's going to occur. And then I'd like to kind of get closer to Viri and try to like pull you in for an embrace. If that's okay with her.
Yeah.
And then in my personal, if this is, we don't have to, I mean, we can do it now or whatever you want to do, but if I did, I would try to like, I think my consumption would just trying to be like holding her and becoming one, or like accepting her powers in some way.
Sure. I mean, that's up to you guys. You could really do like the host situation of becoming a new thing together, or you can choose to fully sort of take Viri into Abyss and let Abyss sort of be her own thing. I think that's up to you to decide.
What is Abyss feeling?
Her honest thoughts are 100% was to consume you and then try to find a way to bring you back. Because, and I'll tell you that honestly, she's like, if I can, it's worth a shot. And if there's a new form of bringing life, then maybe it doesn't have to be the way Vidian did it, where it's all for entertainment. Maybe there's another way to find balance, and people can still be a part of it, and we just try again.
I think I have many regrets with Pigeon, but if I get to live another life with both of my sisters, I guess that'll be okay.
Do you have any feelings?
I don't know, my whole purpose of being here is just gone, so like, yeah.
I mean, and she'll slip her little doomsday clock at you and be like, there's always a chance.
I mean, my dear goat lady.
Oh, goat lady.
Your prophesized purpose to some extent was to open a door.
Right.
So perhaps, in this sense, you could do your goat lady the favor of opening the door for her back home when she is ready to return. And perhaps, again, it's not really the prophecy that anyone thought it was going to be, but maybe you could, you know, get that going for her. And however that works out between you guys is kind of, again, in your hands at this point. The prophecy's clearly pretty malleable.
Go for it.
Okay.
See
We
what
could
the
go for
goat
it.
for it.
So, I think you guys have a choice. You can choose to do this all right here in this moment, or we
In the bar.
in the bar, or we can leave our characters here with a sort of thought of their not so distant future, but let them kind of have this moment together in the bar. That's up to you.
I'm open.
I love open-ended endings.
I think I like the concept of potential for it.
A fun sequel series. What? Cool. So I think right now the weight of what has just happened and what will soon be is very heavy on all of your shoulders. You've had a very difficult past few days and a lot to think about, but in this moment that gives you cause to appreciate this small moment that you have together sitting in this empty bar. And I think as you're all sort of getting this very big reframe on sort of your whole existence and what it will become, that is a very good place to leave you. Because that is sort of Apocalypse Keys. The apocalypse is always sort of just around the corner. You've pushed it off for a bit. How you will continue to do so remains up in the air. I think that's it. Does that sound good to you guys?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Well,
At a goat wedding.
goat wedding. Gay goat wedding.
Oh, it's like we could have little like, and then the horns would have little like veils.
Just off the horn.
So you'd have to, so we could just like do that.
Amazing. Alright, so on that note, thank you very much for joining us for Apocalypse Keys. If you liked the game, I definitely encourage checking it out. It is a little dismal, as you have seen, but it's a great game if you like psychological horror and sort of the emotional aspect behind that genre, which I really like. I don't know. Give it a try. Thanks again for joining us. Make sure before you go to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell for anything else we choose to do. Thank you so much. Have a great night.